It
I can
doesn't
tell you how to
matter.
do it if you want.
It doesn't matter what you know how to do. Because let me tell you this right now. As you can see, your screen is full. It is a full house right now. It is an absolute sausage fest. We got Clay. We got Pasty. We got EJ. We got The Crow. And after a long hiatus, we got nobody else than Dwayne. Look at Dwayne right there on the beach.
On the beach. That's why I've
Dwayne.
been.
You've been on vacation.
What
Yep.
beach is that?
I'm in a beach in the Dominican Republic.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow. Dre, you are here for a very special reason, are you not?
Yes, I am.
Because you have a big, massive announcement.
Huge announcement.
Huge announcement that you want to tell everybody. So why don't I just hand it over to you and let you commence?
Well, guys, I just moved from Jersey.
Yeah.
That's it.
Wow.
Yeah,
Fascinating.
Wow. Where did you go? Where are you now?
I'm back in New York.
Wow. How does it feel to not be a dirty Jersey night?
Yo, for real. Yeah, like
Honestly, I hate it here. I want to go back to Jersey.
Well, right now you're at the beach, so you're not in the Bronx right now.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
why.
not-
Yeah. Okay. Because Jersey's rent is like what, like 4,000 minimum,
Yeah, it went up crazy. I don't remember how much it was anymore, but
right?
it was way too expensive.
That's right. So that is. There's nothing else you want to discuss at all.
I had a
I've been
baby
hearing
too.
rumors.
Wait, what'd you say? What'd you say?
Yeah,
You
Say that
what?
again. Say that nice and loud.
I said I had a baby. You know.
Wow!
Crazy.
Yeah, well, I didn't have the baby. My girlfriend had the
It
baby.
didn't come out of your vagina.
Yeah, they
Congratulations.
Wow! Now you had a baby. What? Are you gonna let it decide its own gender later? Is it a they them? Is it a male? Is it a what is it?
What did the doctor
Well-
tell you the gender was?
How many
Dre?
Z's do we have to put in the name?
Well, my baby is a beautiful baby girl.
Wow!
All right.
Wow!
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
What? You know what? You can tell us off air the name.
You tell us on the name.
I mean, her name is Aria.
Wow! Yeah,
That's a beautiful name.
it's not a secret. We're not gonna show the baby's
Congratulations.
face.
Thank you.
Nah,
Wow.
you're not Beyonce.
This is an incredible bit of news here. I mean, how does it feel to be a baby daddy?
I don't feel I'm a baby daddy. I feel like I'm a father.
All right, how does it feel to be a father? That's right, father.
Tell
I
him.
like that, Dre. I like that. What a real man.
Well,
I don't have to pay.
It feels amazing to be a father. To be honest with you, every time I'm holding her, I don't want to let her down. She's the most perfect thing I've ever seen in my life. She is so beautiful.
Whoa. I mean,
Wow.
everybody take a second to dry your
Yeah,
fucking
come
eyes
on.
because, whoa. The first one out of the group to say this, and I think we all can agree that we thought it was going to be you.
So
we thought it
what's
was
up?
going to be you. What's up with what?
You thought it was gonna be me.
No, yeah, we thought it was gonna be you, but then once him and Stephanie moved in, we were like, all right, that's it. They're gonna be the ones.
Where's my money?
There's gonna be here's your money. We didn't bet on this. We bet on you and I. We didn't bet on Dre. So we don't have Stephanie here to speak for herself, but what was it like living with a pregnant woman? How was that for you?
It wasn't crazy. Like she didn't have any crazy mood swings or anything. Like you know how they say pregnant women they get mad easy. They're always emotional and everything. She was her normal self.
So are you saying that she didn't have these things or that she normally did so you didn't notice
No,
it?
she didn't have
Oh,
these things.
okay.
She
That's
doesn't
awesome.
normally have those mood swings.
Okay. We're just clarifying here.
Anything odd? Did she eat anything odd while pregnant?
She did try some new things. She admitted that she liked this thing, but she realized it was nasty. It was Cheez-Its and ketchup.
Oh, no, it was something else too that she wrote down.
Ew.
There was
Oh, yeah,
something else she did.
Yo, wow.
Cheese and jelly.
Whoa.
I don't remember that
Nah,
one.
your girl's tripping, bro.
There was
She
some other
acting
shit that she
weird.
said that I was like, oh my God. She called me and I was like,
forgot.
I'm
Cheese and jelly is all I needed to
Yeah,
hear,
the
bro.
pregnancy
That's
curve.
nasty.
It was something else too.
By the end there, it was
Stephanie.
all ice though. By the last
Stephanie.
the last
yeah.
2 weeks,
Congratulations.
It was ice water.
by the
all-
last 2
like,
weeks, it was just all ice.
ice fucking water.
So 9
Wow.
months goes by. She's ready to go. Tell us how it was being there when the baby was delivered. What was this whole experience? I know you were there for multiple days. So let's start there. When you got there, what was this like?
So the baby was a week over her due date. So she was induced. Tuesday night, we got into the hospital. Wednesday morning, was it Wednesday? No, it was Thursday morning. Like they were like, "Oh, we're gonna pop your water and everything."
Pop your water.
Pop
Yeah,
your
they're
water.
gonna break the water. Break the water.
Oh,
They're gonna break the water. Her water broke right as soon as they said that her water broke. She went into labor around like 3 something. I want to say 3 something. No, 2 something in the afternoon.
Right.
mm-hmm.
I honestly I don't remember when she went into labor, but she was in labor whole Thursday, and then Friday morning, 3:46 a.m. She gave birth to a beautiful baby girl.
Amen. She ain't break your hand though. Did she grab
No,
onto
she
that?
She
ain't
grabbed
do
my
nothing?
hand sometimes, but she ain't break my hand.
But this was not a normal. Well, this was not a traditional. This is not a vaginal birth, right?
No, she had a C-section.
She had a
C-
C-section,
because
and yeah, go ahead.
she had a C-section because the baby's heart rate kept dropping and it was unsafe
Ooh.
for her to push, and she wasn't dilated all the way, so it was unsafe for her to push the baby out. So they wanted to take the baby out immediately. She had a C-section.
Wow.
Okay.
I understand
Well,
that the doctors
so happy.
told you something very particular when you went into the room for the C-section. What was that? What did they tell you?
Something particular?
They told you don't what?
Oh yeah, they told me to just keep looking straight, like just go straight to my seat and don't like. They just told me to go straight to my seat, and when I was going to my seat, I seen Stephanie laid out on a table, and they was operating on her.
You saw the whole thing.
I saw most of it. I saw a good glimpse of it. I was like, let me not look at that. Let me just go straight to my seat.
Wow. So
And where they had me sitting was by her head, but they had me walk past her.
and you saw some things that
Yeah.
you've been
I saw
inside your
something.
girl many times, but you've never seen inside of her.
Yeah.
Wow. Now,
That was
let me
the
ask you a
first time
question.
I've
Will
seen
you
inside of
join the man in Australia? I saw this last week. A man in Australia he's sued the hospital that his wife gave birth in because he said that they encouraged him to watch the C-section, and he's endured mental trauma, and now he's having psychotic episodes, and now he's suing them for $640 million. He
That's
said that it
wild.
led to him having psychotic episodes, which now means he can't take care of his baby, and I think he got divorced. Like totally destroyed his life. Meanwhile, he's doing the lawsuit years later. Like it wasn't like the next day where he was like, "Well, I was a little intense. I think I need $6
I think that's
million
fake news, man.
You know what? I think I am gonna. I think I
gotta
am.
sue,
'Cause I
bro.
need some money.
Yeah, I mean, listen, just had a baby, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need a lot of Pampers, bro.
You have a better chance than he does.
Lot of
He waited
diapers.
years. You
Yeah,
how long's
yeah.
it been?
It's been like
How
2
long?
weeks.
How many days old is she?
She 3 weeks old.
All right, yeah, you got a case. It's still
Yeah,
fresh.
you know
Jack-
what?
we
I
got
do. I didn't hear
ChatGPT.
about that lawsuit. You know what? I'm about to sue that hospital.
Let's go.
I will say that it was dismissed like immediately, and he decided to represent himself, which at that point,
Yeah,
usually
it's over.
the crazy ones
Yeah,
though,
he-
that's when
he
they
definitely
lost it.
lost.
He's officially
They should have took his word for it and just
psychotic.
give him the money. 'Cause
He's
he did that.
official. Only the psychos represent themselves, like really.
Mm-hmm.
So, but
He's
it was in
not lying.
Australia, so you may have a chance because it's a whole different, judicial system. So hopefully you can get something out of that. Get a couple.
No, but the
get a couple
hospital-
million.
The hospital, the staff, and everybody, they were great. So
Beautiful.
the nurses, they were all really helpful. The food in the hospital, you know how hospital food get a bad rep, right?
It
It's
sucked.
all disgusting. That food was actually pretty good. Like I kept getting beef short
Shout out
rib.
the hospital.
I don't remember the name of the hospital, to be honest with you. But I kept getting beef short rib, and that shit was fire.
Didn't she get like lobster the next day?
What?
What? What
Yeah, we
hospital
got-
serves lobster?
Yo, shout out to remember this
Congratulations, man.
place.
She got
Shout out to this
lobster.
hospital, we don't know the name
I got
of
fl-
it, 'cause
I got steak.
Wow.
steak and
I'll give you a
lobster in this hospital?
congratulations,
If I ever get
Mel.
someone pregnant, I'm taking them there.
Yo, Jasmine has to have a baby at this hospital.
Yeah, like
It's
what,
official.
lobster
We're
and
going back
steak?
to the city.
Well. Dre didn't get the bill yet. This is not on the hospital's tab. It's gonna come back around.
Nah, y'all might have some
Nah,
good
this is the
insurance.
hospital's tab. This is all paid for our insurance.
Oh, really? I
Oh,
thought you
see,
get. I thought you
yeah.
get charged when
See,
you have a
that's
Look at
baby.
good
that. Look at that. Free food. You hear that?
I wish that people get charged by the hospital when they have a baby.
They do.
Well, her insurance is paying for it.
Oh, okay.
It's
They do.
all
I didn't know that
her
was.
insurance is paying for everything.
Oh,
She must
okay.
got gun insurance. That's what it is.
Yeah, I never heard of
Yeah.
that. Okay, that's good. That's very good.
Yeah.
So 3 weeks, the baby's been in your life. You said you can't put it down. Anything else you want to say about having this beautiful blessing in your life?
Yeah, she's just amazing. She's a God's gift to me. She's a God gift to Earth. I
Wow.
absolutely love her. She is amazing.
Now, was
That's all
this
I can use
planned
in.
or nah?
The
The baby, was this a planned
Oh.
birth? Planned baby?
no, it wasn't. It wasn't planned. We didn't expect to get pregnant when we did, but
Right.
we always wanted a baby, but we wasn't expecting to have a baby now.
Right.
But
Yeah.
And
we wanted
now
her.
the next question obviously is,
God chose
will there
one.
be another one?
I guess we just gotta wait and see.
Well, let me tell you, let me give a
nah,
spoiler
bro.
alert. The whole pregnancy, I was telling Stephanie, you got to have like 6, you got to have like 8. She's like, absolutely not, never
You said this to
again.
Andrea.
This is the word. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it again. Soon as the baby came out, she was like, I want to do it all over again. So Dre
Yep.
will be having another one, I'm sure,
Wow.
sooner than later.
That's crazy.
And we can't wait. Wow.
That's crazy.
Now, are you
Dre,
a little
you-
upset right now because the
Dre, you gonna
laws are
fix
kicking
yourself?
in? The laws are kicking in about the family vlogs. You will not be able to exploit your child to the degree that a lot of people have before you. Will you be family vlogging? Will you be doing these exploitation things, or will you be living low key?
Well, if everybody knows me, they know I am a very extravagant person. I love to record everything. I will be having my family vlog up and ready. Now that I made the announcement, y'all can all go to my YouTube channel. Actually, it's gonna be on the Gritty Knows Best YouTube
That's
channel.
right. That's right. We're gonna get paid. That's right. The birth vlog is coming tomorrow.
No
Yeah,
way.
I will record the
Yeah.
whole video in the hospital.
right.
I have my camera and everything.
We're showing the kid's face from birth till
Yep.
whenever.
Yep.
whenever. And
Showing
it-
the whole C-section process, everything.
And just like that other
Oh,
family,
nah,
just like that
we
other
can't say
family,
that.
Patreon.
just like that other family said, if she doesn't want to participate, by the time she's like 17, she wants to get too big, we just kick her right out, make another one. That's it.
Exactly.
Just kick her right out. You don't want to vlog? You are not
Yo,
part of
EJ,
this
you're right, we
family,
need
young lady.
disclaimer.
Get
Yeah,
out.
there needs to be a disclaimer if you're gonna show a C-section, bro. That's some nasty
You're gonna
shit.
be suing us.
Sorry. I don't want to see.
No
I don't
offense
want
to
to be
your
that
lady.
close.
I
So
don't care what lady it is. It's just not a. I don't want to watch that.
That's for the Patreon. That's for the Patreon.
Yeah, let these
Absolutely
freaks
incredible,
think,
Dre.
bro.
Absolutely
Happy
incredible.
to
We
you.
all gotta just say congrats again.
congratulations.
We
man.
all gotta say
Pleasure.
congrats
Appreciate it.
again.
Appreciate it.
All
I'm
right.
glad it's you first.
Yeah, why are you glad me first?
I'm just happy it was you. I knew it was going to be you first, but I'm just happy.
Listen, I encourage you to have a kid.
Thank
It will
you.
change your life.
I believe
encourage-
you.
I encourage you to have a kid too, Pastor. I encourage you to have a kid, Eddie, Clay,
Yeah, okay.
Thomas. I encourage you to have a kid too.
You sure,
He or
EJ?
she
You
will
sure,
change your
EJ?
life.
You sure?
I
EJ?
think me and Thomas should not be on that list of people that.
I don't think
that
I should be on the
have
list, but I
to-
think EJ's kid will die about 5 years old from secondhand smoke, from inhalation. Like
I'll
by
let you.
5 years old, dead. Lung-
Listen,
Oh, Aaron said he
bronchitis.
said bye.
Later. Yeah, that would not be good for EJ. EJ's gonna have to cut the smoking down for sure.
you can do it.
Now let me tell you this: we all know that I
You
can.
don't have that kid smoking with him.
We all know that from the Twisted Secret Santas that if there's a secret that should be kept, you tell me. I'm gonna keep the secret, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's go and rewind a little bit back to when I found out Stephanie was preggo. Now, how did I find out? Well, because I annoyed the shit out of her until she gave me the information. I was basically like, when's the last time you and Dre had sex? And she was like, I don't know, it's been like 2 weeks. And I was like, damn, you gonna do my
nosy as
man
fuck.
like that?
Yeah,
I'm like,
what
that's
kind
not
of-
right. I'm like, my man's been breaking his back. He needs some
Why you
pussy.
need
That's
that detail,
crazy.
bro?
I was just going in, right? And she was like, fine, you want to see something? And she pulled out like 6 pregnancy tests. And I was like, whoa, I was just like joking around. I did not mean to like push you to the brink of insanity right now.
I got so
But
many
then I was
questions right
like,
now.
wow, this is amazing. And Justin was there too. And we were just like, she still has a picture of my face, bro. I look like a wax museum. I look like a wax figure in Madame Tussauds, bro. I stood there.
And you was crying and everything.
I did cry. I did cry for
You
sure.
cried?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
Dre's
crying.
my
Oh,
fucking
you was
brother. Are you
crying?
crazy? I know Dre since I was 9 years old. I mean, I didn't hysterically cry, but yeah, there was.
Nah, how hard was it? 1 through 10.
Nah, I would admit it. It was like.
He was crying.
It was like I wouldn't even. It was like tears, but it wasn't crazy. It wasn't crazy. I would
A
admit it.
6?
I have no problem
A
admitting
6?
it wasn't
I'm
even
trying
a
to get
6.
the image,
It
bro.
was like a 3
6
or a
seven.
4.
He was just tearing up. you
Yeah, I was
know?
tearing
He
up. I'm
wasn't
not gonna
going crazy.
lie. If I was,
Aight,
I'm gonna
yeah,
tell
yeah,
the truth.
yeah,
Of course,
so
I'm gonna
no.
cry. Dre's having a baby.
Of course.
Are you
wanna
insane?
know.
I have emotions. Not like you savages. Not like you Neanderthals. So then I'm like, wow, like this is so awesome. This is so sick. I literally want to tell everybody in my building, like literally. And Stephanie's like, no, you can't tell anyone at all. You and Justin got to shut the fuck up. And I was like, got it. So then I promptly got on the phone. Maybe about let's give myself some credit and say the next day. Well, we know that wasn't even the case. And I was talking to Cemetery Girl, and I was like, yo, I can't say who, but somebody's having a baby. It's not me. And she was like, well, it's got to be Mo or Dre. And I said, I can't say who. And I was like, but you're on the right path. And she was like,
Okay.
all right. She was like, oh, I know it's Mo or Dre. I know it's Mo or Dre. And like 5 minutes go by, and I go, hey, I can't wait to go down to the city to see the baby. And she was like, so that means it's Dre. And I was like, did I say city? I didn't mean that. That's not what I said. So then I was like, all right. I was like, all right, one is not
You
bad.
suck.
I was like, one is not bad. She doesn't know anybody in the group. It's not going to get out. So then I'm talking to my dad, and I say, hey, Dad, somebody's having a baby, but I cannot say who. And he goes, well, it's got to be Dre or Mo. And I go, what? I said, you're on the right track. I said, you're on the right track, but I can't say who for sure. So we're talking about guns and stuff. And then I go, hey, I can't wait to go down to the city to see the bit. And he goes, so it's Dre. And I go, did I say baby? I meant the new gun that you want. I'm
You
going to
was
go
doing this on
grab it,
purpose,
go
bro.
get the new gun.
Yeah, doing it on purpose.
You was doing it on purpose.
Gets worse than that. So then me and Justin are talking to Pastor. And I don't remember. Do you
Oh
remember
my
how this
God.
went, Pastor?
What's that?
Do you remember how this one went? How I told you?
I don't even remember.
But it was basically the same thing where I was talking and Justin was like, stop saying it. Stop talking about it. And I was like, it's fine. I'm not going to say anything crazy at all. Next thing I know, just flew out and Pastor was like, well, now I know it's Dre. And I was like, well, that's 3 people. That's not good. That's not
So,
good.
You're supposed to be keeping a secret, man.
So
Yeah.
how did I find out by rumors? Because a few people asked me.
I don't know. Dre must have posted it like a dummy.
How did you find out by rumors?
We was in the Zoom calls, and Vanessa asked, and I believe it. No,
Her
I
and
think
Angie started
asked.
talking about
Yeah,
it.
they started talking about it.
I
Yep.
knew about it because Thomas told me, but he told me not to say.
Oh, you
nothing.
told Eddie too.
Well, we're
I
gonna
was
we're
just
gonna
the
get to
only
that.
one.
We're gonna get to this.
I was
We're
just
gonna
like,
get
you know
to
what?
this.
This is
So
crazy.
anyway, so here's what happened. So me and Justin are in a call, I think with Stephanie, and we're like, you know what would be so funny if we just try and not say anything to Mo. No, this is how it happened. Actually, I gotta give us. We're not that much of pieces of shit. Actually, this is what happened. We turned into pieces of shit. We didn't start that way because I said, well, when do you want to say it on the show? Because I want to get somebody's reaction on the show, right? And I was like, well,
Yeah.
you're the only one that didn't hear it. So I'm like, I want to hear
Yes, okay.
somebody's reaction. And Stephanie was like, oh, I don't know. Like, I don't want to do it now. And I was like, okay, well, let me know when you want to do
You
it.
sound like that, bro.
Why does she sound like a Mexican woman now?
And then time just went on. Time just went on. And she was like, I don't think I want to say it because, like, what if something happens? And I was like, damn, that's right. And I don't remember how
I get
much
that.
time passed, but I was like,
get that.
then me and Justin were like, well, like, let's just see how long we could do it now. Like, let's just see how long we could go. And Mo, I'm telling you right now, the phone is poison because I blew it right in front of you going to Myrtle Beach and you didn't even fucking know.
He
we were
did.
at Cracker Barrel.
He did.
Oh, I don't remember. Wait, you know something? Another time?
Oh, I just remember you you was on the phone with me, and you was like, you said something about the baby, and then it was me, you, and Justin. You said something about the baby, and Maurice wasn't paying attention, and
I
then
did it again. Oh,
you just
shit.
changed the subject completely.
Good shit. Good shit.
No.
I'm glad I was able to get a genuine response today. Honestly.
Wait, there's more though, because then I don't even remember that one. And then the last one I remember I almost did it was when we were fighting in the group chat, and I was about to say, Dre, shut up and go back to work because you got a baby to take care of. And I started typing, and I went click, 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 delete, 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 delete. Like, let me get out, let me stop that,
So I saw those little signs, but I dead eyes didn't think nothing of it.
bro. You missed a fucking massive sign because I was talking to Pastor across the table. You were right next to me, and I forgot what I said, but I said like literally something like yeah, when Dre's baby comes. I went. I turned like a fucking owl, and I see you go. I just see you like this on your phone. I was like, let me tell you, there is a God. There is a God, because he did not hear me at all. Like, it was right in front of this guy, and he didn't hear. Oh my God.
Amazing. That's fucking
Well,
amazing.
you might not think it's amazing
I
after
love it.
this, because
I'm so mad
we
that
also
Bruce Wayne was surprised.
we also made money off the baby because we put in a big betting pool. And we bet on when the baby was gonna come.
Times,
We
days.
bet on the
What?
time it was gonna come. We bet on the weight of the baby.
No
we
way.
bet on so let's break
Fuck
out.
yeah.
Let's break out the stats.
You didn't know about that either? That's just crazy.
How was he gonna know about that?
nothing.
How was he gonna know
Yeah,
about
yeah,
that?
the baby. I don't know about the bet.
Well, I figured you guys
And,
would tell him once the secret was
Yo,
out.
now I'm tight. Y'all took me out of a bet though. That's
Listen.
crazy. You're not
Are all the stats in?
Funny.
Like,
Yeah, the
I
stats
know
are
that-
in.
that
The
There's
stats are
one
in.
left, right?
The stats
Which
are in.
one?
Everything's in. Hold on. We're going to look right now. Listen, we didn't want to cut you out, but we couldn't not cut you out.
Listen, Maurice.
Listen. I
I
don't
was
give a
cut out
fuck.
too.
You don't.
I wasn't
you don't,
even in this.
You don't. Clay, were you?
You
in
didn't
this
want
one?
to put money in.
I was in it twice.
Well, yeah, you were in touch because it was
you
like,
just cut me out of money opportunity. That's
I
not
put a
fair.
hypothetical bet.
That's
I didn't
not
really bet
fair.
money.
All right,
I'm
well-
okay with everything else.
it is not fair.
You could at least made up a hypothetical like, yo, hey, what if Dre had a
No,
baby?
no.
Oh yeah, we
one
would have
day?
totally blew it.
Like
that would have
we
blown
did
it.
hypotheticals all the time.
That would have blown it. That would have blown it. So
You
let's
could've
get
been
the
like,
stats.
how fat would Mo's baby
Listen,
be?
We'll cash app you $1 for your troubles. It's gonna be
$5. I want 5%.
I said $1.
I
said
want
$1.
5%.
So
Mo,
Yeah, you were in
Mo,
it.
give Gritty a break, because once this started going, I thought that we should try to keep it from you until the baby graduated from high school.
that is true. He said, "How funny
That
would
would've
it be?"
been So perfect,
Then we
bro.
started thinking about like, yo, like, how could we really like do this for 10 years or like 18 years? Like, we'd have to Photoshop her out of pictures. We'd have to like not invite you on vacations that we're all gonna go on. Like, everybody's there and like you're not there. We're gonna have to like.
and then the group
We're gonna
ruined it
act.
all.
We're gonna have to act like
Yeah,
it's
nah,
one of
that's
his.
not-
The
now
only
y'all-
thing
now
would
y'all being
be
evil.
is like
That's
Dre
evil.
has like 40
Now
nieces
I'm gonna
and
have to kill
nephews.
you guys. That's really fucked up.
Dre has like 40 nieces and nephews, so we could have posed her as a niece and a niece
Nah,
for
it's
like
just
10
his like
years.
his
gotta kill ya.
his new niece.
No, that's not cool.
Dude,
They
we were
gotta
like,
die.
yo, imagine high school. We just drag you there. You're like, yo, who are we here for? Like,
High
this
school
doesn't make
graduation.
any sense. And it's just like, Aria Hopkins. Like, what would you have done? Like, what would you have thought?
I was
18
just
years
saying,
old.
like, what the fuck? No, I would have been tight. What the fuck?
That would have been
Who
a
is
great
this little
blow.
girl? It's my daughter. What do you mean it's your fucking daughter? You don't have a daughter.
What a
Never
great
had a
blow.
daughter.
For-
Why would you
for-
pay an actress just to be your daughter? This is crazy. This is the worst prank you ever did to me. Like, this is fucked up because y'all just didn't want me a part of a fucking bet. I wouldn't believe it.
No, it's not that we don't want you part of the bet. We wanted to see your
Okay.
reaction. Generally,
Fuck
your
it.
genuine
So-
I'm just mad at the money though. Like, why
I
y'all
was
do this?
so disappointed when I told him that the group ruined it.
Oh my god, yeah. So then Eddie calls
Yeah.
me. He's like, "Yo,
I was like,
they
bro,
blew
the
it up in
cat's
the
out of the
group."
bag, and it was not me.
So
this
wait, so
time,
what
I
did you
swear to
think?
God.
So what did you think when you heard? Because in my thought, I said, well, he probably thinks
Bro, I was
thinks
there,
that the
and I'll tell you,
news
Mo
just
was
came out.
speechless. Mo
right?
was speechless when they said it, and they were like the two Angie and Vanessa were talking about it. My man was not saying a word. My man didn't know if he was probably trying to figure out if it was true or not.
So
But
what
he
did you
was so
think when you
quiet,
heard
I
it?
was like, damn, it's over now.
What did you think?
I mean, I believed it, but at the same time, I was like, yo, they would tell me like straight up, like as a group thing. This would have been a podcast. Yo, I guess I don't know y'all. I can never trust y'all again.
To be fair, I had nothing to do with this.
So,
I had nothing to do with this.
You are
Maurice.
complicit because you didn't tell him on your own.
Yeah, but I haven't spoken to Maurice like that since then.
That's true.
All right, Dre. Let me.
I've
let me
literally
ask
seen
you
Mo
this
like
then.
1,000 times.
now y'all not my friends. Now I know that.
Let
So
me ask you this, Dre. Let me ask you this then, Dre. How did Vanessa and Angelique find out about this?
So Vanessa and
That's
Angelique
wrong.
found out. I think they must have found out through Instagram, or somebody else must have told them, because
So you
I have no
posted
idea.
something and hid it from Mo, is what you're saying?
I didn't hit high none for Maurice.
doesn't she talk to Janellas?
She does talk to Janellas.
Yes. Vanessa talks to Janellas. Janellas. We found out it's you.
No, Vanessa's the one that really she got the heat because she brought it up in front of you.
He
That's not
blew
right.
up the whole
And Vanessa,
secret.
listen to
you know
the
what?
show.
It's not her fault though, because she's like, "Isn't Dre your boy?" You know what? And I thought so too.
I thought so too.
Listen, none of this was my idea, okay? They told me, first of all, I didn't tell Eddie, I didn't tell Just, I didn't tell
No, I gotta
nobody.
think about me.
I didn't personally tell nobody. I didn't even tell Thomas. Stephanie told Thomas.
That's true. Dre didn't
That's a
tell
good
me.
point.
That's
a good
fucked up,
point.
Dre.
That's a
Why you
great
didn't tell
point.
me?
I should've
Because
put it.
Stephanie told you.
Fucked up,
before I did.
Dre. Not
You should have told
telling
me
nobody
after
around
though.
here.
You should have told me.
Damn,
again.
Dre really did
You,
stayed out of this one.
well, technically, I did
Right
tell
on.
you afterward.
No, I had to call. I think I
Nah,
came
but
to you.
Stephanie already told him.
After he came to you.
Yeah, I came to you. I was
This
like,
is-
what is this I hear about a baby? You're like, oh yeah, I'm having a baby.
You know what's crazy? Because when Vanessa brought it up, I wanted to just put it in the group so badly.
No, you
But I was-
did.
Yeah, you did. You said,
I
Drake, you
did.
having a baby?
You said, Dre, you having
I
a
did?
baby? And I
Okay.
said, this is it. I said, this is it. It's over. I said, this is it.
I
I'm
just
like,
didn't want to give it up at that
I was
point,
going to
huh?
see you like the next day. And I'm like, oh God, here
My
we
man,
go.
bro, Thomas. I remember this because we and you were on
Oh,
the
yeah,
phone.
just
you were
ignored
like,
it. And that's when I knew it was right. Okay.
What'd you say, EJ?
Yeah.
I was saying I remember this because we were on the phone and you were saying, bro, he just put something in the chat. I don't even want to respond to it. I'm just gonna play it off. Pretty much what he said to me
Yeah.
was he's gonna ignore it and make it like he never even seen that in the group.
Mhm. And I don't respond in the group, so it's like
That's
I
true.
didn't see it anyway.
That's true. Dre never responds. We're always talking reckless ass shit
But I always get shit from the Instagram. That's funny.
from Instagram.
Yeah, I'll be on
He be on
Instagram.
Instagram most.
I
Dre?
send shit to y'all on Instagram, but I don't text.
Oh yeah, no, the truth. Yeah,
Yeah.
Dre's always DMing us funny little videos. So when I heard that you heard it, I said, well, you probably think that the news just dropped and any day you're gonna find out. Is that what you thought?
No, I was wondering when it was, when she got pregnant. I just had so much questions. That's when I put it in the group.
My thing was, bro, if I were you, I would have never stopped. I'd have been like, yo, you
Yeah, you
motherfuckers ain't answering me. Like,
I
I
just had
want
faith
to
in
know.
I had faith in y'all. I told y'all was my boys.
Clearly,
Now I know.
you
We
shouldn't
are.
have faith in us.
We are,
Clearly,
but
they're not your boys.
But
They lied.
really,
They're not my boys.
Stephanie's
Can't
the
trust you,
reason
Can't
that
trust
this
the queen
didn't
of
come to.
dust.
Stephanie, you gotta blame Stephanie. She said she didn't want anybody. She didn't want to say it on the show, and I was like, "Well, we need somebody's genuine reaction. You're the only other one that would have a genuine reaction.
I blame you, Gritty.
Not me. Can't be me. Can't be
Blame
me.
you.
Not me.
You ran down a
It's
lot.
better you-
Clay knew about it. Pastor knew about it. And I've been here for since.
Well, you heard how Pastor found out. You heard how you found out by accident.
You just slipping everywhere though. I'll give you
that shit was crazy.
You
bro.
got no
I could
strength
not
in your ankles, bro.
believe it. I mean, I could hold a secret, but not like a one that I really
Yeah,
care
bro.
about. Like I can hold that. If somebody tells me anything, nobody will know. But if I'm excited about it, I'm like, nah, bro. Like that was too crazy. I just could not. Wow, Dre.
No more secrets for Thomas.
But don't worry, we'll
No
never
more.
do this again. This was because this was the
I'll
first
never tell
baby.
anybody when Jasmine is pregnant. Don't say nothing.
I mean, I would love that if you did it on the show. Like I know the potential in that. So I would be hyped. I'd be like, wow, how that was awesome that you hid it from us this long. This is so
you know
sick.
something, Mo? You could tell me. I'm not the one giving secrets out.
Maurice, you can tell me. I'll hold your secret.
I believe only in Dre.
I mean, just
Thank you.
just
Fuck you,
plan
Mo. I
just
live in
plan the
Essex,
show
I
and tell me
know
to
that.
show up. Just plan the show. Tell me to show up,
Clay
and
may
I'll.
be too lit one day and it's gonna be over after that.
I don't think Clay's not a squealer. Clay's not a squealer.
Yeah, my
That's
loose
why I
lips.
said if
Nah.
he's lit,
Nah,
might be a
Clay-
happy day.
That's old Clay. He don't get lit. He don't get that lit no more.
Yeah.
He don't get that lit no more. Dre,
18-year-old
we
Clay.
love you. We love
We
your
love
little
you, bro.
family now. You got the family. You're a family man. You can't be on the show talking about horrible things.
I'm so mean.
You got to be a role model for people.
Your daughter's
man.
gonna grow up to be a basketball player.
You think so?
Why? It's because I'm black.
Well, your
Why she
response?
can't
I'm
grow
going
up
by.
to be-
I'm going by the name. It just sounds like a basketball player. Name.
Why she
Aria?
can't grow up to be a doctor? or a
Aria sounds
lawyer?
like somebody who's in theater arts.
I'm glad that Drake.
Why
finally
she can't
said
be
that
in
to
theater
somebody.
arts?
Like, she's
Yeah, she sounds like she's
Ariel.
gonna be in the next showing of
Stays in the
Othello.
air. She's the next Mike, like Mike for the women.
Okay, so you're just gonna keep going with the black stuff. Unless you like Mike. Just gonna
He's
keep
in
Hey,
going.
he's black. He's allowed to say it, isn't he?
WNBA.
But Dre's saying, why do you gotta get basketball?
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's what I saw in my head, bro. Like, damn.
How can she be a dancer, a singer, a doctor, a lawyer?
There's
a
not enough.
teacher?
There's not a lot of black.
Let me tell you, if she's gonna be a
No.
let me tell you. Well, I don't know why you would. Okay, that's crazy, Mo. That's crazy.
We need to move on.
Hey,
before
wait,
he
hold
digs
on.
his
No,
hole.
that's not right that you said that because the woman that delivered Stephanie's baby was black. There you go. Look at that.
Black.
Look at that. So there's no doctors.
What you mean there's not a lot
What?
of black
It's not a
W?
lot.
What?
You clearly don't watch sports.
Yeah, I was about to say, what are you
Listen.
talking about,
It's
bro?
not a lot, man.
Hold on.
Yeah,
Let me
you
also say
clearly
this:
don't watch sports.
do not
Okay,
wish.
okay.
She could be nah.
I don't want to sound racist or anything, right, Dre?
Uh-oh.
But
That's how you
wouldn't-
know it's
isn't
gonna
it
be
like the
racist.
majority, Dre?
What?
Yeah, it is a majority of black
Thank you.
women.
Okay. I feel a lot
But-
better that you agree with me. Thank you.
Also,
We
I don't know
got
why you
more.
would wish Dre's
We
baby to
got
be a
more
basketball player
black
because there's like
athletes.
no future in women basketball. You'd have to go like overseas or
Listen,
something.
bro.
Do they not?
I
They don't
was
get paid well.
I was about to.
They don't get paid well. Do they get paid that well?
Yeah,
That's
they don't
crazy.
get paid well.
That's
Bro,
crazy.
I
I'm
don't know what
stating
you
a
talking
fact.
about, bro.
Change the game.
I'm stating a fact. How's she gonna change the game?
I don't
She
know.
gonna. She
Only
better
God
own
can
it. She
tell.
better own a team.
Damn. I'm the only one with faith.
WNBA, the majority black dudes, man. Black dudes
Black
and black
dudes.
females, man.
Wow.
They got
No
the basketball
faith.
game on lock, Mo. What are you
Ariel,
talking
And
about?
whatever you wanna do
nobody
in
goes
life.
to WNBA games anyway. So
I support you.
let me
That's
tell
a
you.
good
I
point.
mean,
Tom.
I've been to a few and they're great. I love them.
He's lying.
I'm sure you had
No,
a great
I'm dead
time.
ass. I've have. They actually are great.
No, I believe that you went. I just don't believe you when you say they're great.
No, they are.
Wow.
They're good.
I like WNBA.
You do, Pastor?
Yeah, I went to the I forgot the name of the team in Seattle. The
The
one time I
Storm, the Seattle Storm.
Can I just say this right
Storm,
now?
yeah.
Can I just say
Storm.
this right now? I cannot trust Pastor because my man goes to glass museums. So I don't know if he's gonna look at glass. I don't trust him in what he thinks is an interesting watch. Okay,
No, it was great. And the one time we had floor seats.
I'm sure those were
Oh,
like $10.
shit.
Yeah, I'm
I
sure.
would love that. I should go to a WNBA game.
I'm sure you got them
do
on
that this
Groupon.
year.
I highly
Okay,
recommend it.
I'ma
WNBA games
do
are
it.
great.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna find one nearby.
The closest
Are
one
they
to
are
you
they
is
as
the city.
cheap as when the Nets were bums and the Nets tickets were like $20?
Wow.
Well, right now the Liberty are in the playoffs, so
Whoa.
Oh, okay.
Big time.
No.
Big
but they are
time.
playing at the Barclays.
Oh, very nice. Very beautiful. Mo, you have a
What's up?
story that you have to tell, but let me say my side of it because my side is way better for me and also way quicker. So the other day, and Dre has some thoughts about this, so we'll let Dre speak on this when you're done. The other day, I'm enjoying myself. I'm watching Modern Family, one of the greatest shows of all time, drinking a nice peach iced tea, laughing it up, living it up. I look down at my phone and say, let me see if I got a text. I just decided to look, and I see, answer your phone. And I'm like, oh, I have my phone on D&D, like it should be. My phone was blown up from Mo. Like 6 calls, 4 FaceTimes. I was like, whoa. I felt bad. I was like, whoa. I was like, what's going on? And I see him on FaceTime. He's like, hey, fuck you. It's over. It's already done. It's already done. I was like, wait, what happened? So tell everybody what happened.
So we just got a new bed, right? So the bed comes in this big ass box. Now, I was able to get the box all the way up to the second story. So I was able to pick it up, move it up to the stairs, get it up, move it. But what I failed to realize was that when I got it close to my second stairway to the third floor, it was narrow and I needed help. So I said to myself, how am I going to get this up there? Maybe if I take it out the box and I'm on the phone with a friend and I'm just talking to her and I'm like, yo, I'm just opening. She's talking, I'm opening. I get it out. Now we have bubble wrap. It's wrapped deep. I'm like, damn, I still can't pick this up and get it up there. So I think, hey, let me go upstairs, get a knife, open the bubble wrap up. Maybe I can just move it out. I cut myself. Now I got this. I cut myself. I'm going in. I'm almost done with the plastic. It's almost open. I'm like, yeah. I cut
Cutting yourself
myself.
is never the answer.
Left thumb. I'm bleeding everywhere. Fuck. I'm laughing. Oh shit. My friend is like, oh shit. I'm bleeding all over the place. I got some blood on the mattress. Everything. I'm leaking. Finally get it open. This shit. I'm standing next to the stairwells, and I get pushed back. I didn't tell you this part. I get pushed back. I almost fall down the stairs. I grab onto that bitch. I lean back on some matrix shit. I'm like, shit, almost died. Bleeding out on my thumb. It hurts so much. Get back. Now, what I failed to realize is that this mattress is flimsy. It's not solid. So there's no way. I still need 2 people. I still fucking need 2 people. I try to get it up the stairs. I'm sweating my ass off and I'm bleeding. I got blood all over the mattress. I'm trying to grab this shit, pull it up to the dirt stairwell. It is flimsy. It is falling over the banister. I can't grab this bitch. I can't. It's not happening.
Can you call Thomas for help?
2 people. Boom. They're at work. Shit.
He's a half
You know
a
what?
person at best.
This man is 5 minutes away. 5 minutes away. Let me call him. Ain't no answer.
D&D, babies, on D&D.
Another 45 minutes. This he great friend. I realize how much of a great friend he is today, guys. I can always rely on Gritty.
Hey, I'm a good friend. I always help Clay move.
Gritty will always come in clutch. Okay, so I'm like, oh shit. Okay, 5 minutes. Bing, bing. I'm thinking, okay, second call, it will go through. Nope. I'm calling. Yo, answer the fucking phone. No answer. Wow, this is crazy. So I'm there. 45 minutes pass. One of the girls, college girls, come up out of their room. She goes, oh my God, do you need help? I'm like, I'm sweating. Yes, I actually really do need help. Yes, please. I try to call my friends. I don't have friends apparently. She's laughing. I'm making a joke out of it. She goes, oh, my roommate's gonna help you. Her roommate come in. Another small white girl that's around the same height as Gritty comes out. Hey, I got you. I got muscles. I'm like, thank you. She pulls on the side. We pick it up. It was so easy. 2 minutes. I was up there next to my door, bed on the wall, bleeding, still bleeding. Couldn't find no Band-Aids. Gritty has a nerve as I'm sweating over this mattress full of my own blood.
Here I am.
Calls me on FaceTime and has me. Hey, you called me? You called me? Sweat pouring down my fucking face.
I said, what
Bleeding
happened?
on this. Yeah, I'll call you. I'm done. I'm fucking done. The girl in front of me is dying. I'm like, yeah. I didn't show her face, but I'm like, this fucking guy calls me now.
Well, it wasn't like I was ignoring it. I literally didn't even see it.
But wait, Thomas. So in your do not disturb setting though, like, do you have it where if somebody calls 3 times in a row, it'll actually ring?
I did, but then Eddie can attest to this.
Twice.
Yeah, Eddie could attest to this. I had it, but
No,
then
bro, because he would have it on Do Not Disturb, and I would call him once, and I'm like, this motherfucker, I'm calling him again, and it would just straight up go through. And I don't know what he pressed or if he did it on purpose, but he switched it. So now
I didn't do it, but I didn't do it on purpose. But I know that I've been saying all the time, like, I don't know why they did that. Like, I literally do not want to be disturbed. And all of a sudden, like, dead ass magically, it switched. I didn't do anything, and I was
I
like,
used to tell you all the time, take it off with allow second call.
I didn't even do that, and it just did it on its own. It's the Lord.
No, you must have clicked something.
I didn't
bro.
do shit.
You update your phone or something?
I didn't do nothing. It
That's
just
the
went.
ghost.
It went back.
He's haunted.
It just did it on its own. So Dre, what did you have to say about this? Because I told you the story like that day.
Yeah, when you told me the story and I was looking at the pictures, I was like, it's a bed in a box, right?
Yeah. So wait,
It came.
because this is what happened. Because I was telling him like, oh, he said that you had to let it inflate, right? You had to let it like the bed rise for the rest of the day.
Once it's in the house, yeah, you have to
Right.
let the bed
So
rise.
then that's
So-
when you came in with this, Dre.
Yeah, it's a folded bed, right? Why didn't you why didn't you bring the bed upstairs and then take it out the box upstairs?
'Cause it was
Wouldn't
rolled
because-
up,
Open the
right?
bed
Okay, so-
before you got it upstairs.
Y'all didn't hear me when I said that the third hallway is narrow.
Wait.
Yeah.
Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Hold
The
on.
box was actually really.
Hold on.
What
But
size
wasn't-
bed is this?
Hold on. But wasn't the bed rolled up?
So
Yeah,
it was
that's
rolled
what I
up.
asked.
The bed
What
is
size
rolled-
bed?
is a queen.
But
So
it was-
the bed is in a box. Do you understand what I'm saying?
But it's in a
beds and boxes.
but it's in a cylinder,
Yes.
no?
It's in a cylinder. So right when you try to, I still need 2 people to move it up the stairwells to
But
get
the-
it up there.
But when you take it out the box and you unroll it, it gets bigger.
Yeah.
Yes, it did get bigger. It did get
Yeah,
bigger. I know.
So, like,
I know.
We were
So
like,
what
why did you do
take it
that?
out the box?
We were like,
I
that was your big mistake.
Here's the thing. I knew that it would be lighter if I can get somebody else there. We can just lift it up because it had the handles.
So no. But the question is, why did you take it out of the box? Why didn't you Why didn't you get that?
Because it was
lady?
lighter. It was definitely lighter out the box when it was like that.
How much
Well,
could
it
the
was only
box
lighter
weigh?
by one cardboard box.
Yeah, like how much could that
It was
be?
definitely light and easy
Help.
to
You're
pick
still
up.
gonna need help either way.
Wouldn't it be
Yes,
easier to
I
pick
know
up a
that.
cylinder?
I understand. My frame was that it's lighter. Let me try to pick up instead of it. If it's lighter, I can pull it up the stairs because it's
Bro,
whatever. That was
boxes are
my
not that
frame.
heavy, bro.
But if it's
Boxes is really heavy when you're going up a narrow step. This is a big ass.
Bro,
trying to get it
no.
up by
You need
myself.
mobility. You need more mobility. But if you want to weigh a box, bro, I wouldn't even say that box was a pound, bro. Come on now.
Are you
An empty
bugging?
cardboard
This box
bro,
was
that shit
big
ain't weighing
as
nothing.
fuck, bro. I told you I was sweating. You needed 2 people for this box.
there's no
the
way.
dude brought
There's no way.
the dude brought it on a dolly.
I'm not buying this
Why
because
didn't he bring it all the way upstairs?
They just dropped it off. I didn't
You
even know
doesn't
they
get
dropped
paid
it
for all
off.
that, Dre.
They
You gotta,
don't get
you
paid
gotta
for all
tip
that.
extra for that.
How light do you think this box
But
was?
my
I
thing
can
is,
just
right,
pick the
so to
box
pick up
and then
so to pick a bed
it was
up,
like
right?
a 2-pound box.
To pick a bed up,
Eddie?
you got to stretch this much. To pick up a
Exactly.
cylinder, you got to put your hands underneath it
Yeah, you can
and
like hug
lift it.
You can like hug the cylinder.
Yeah, you can just you can cup
How-
it. You can literally
You're-
cup it, cradle it. The way Drake
So
cradles his baby.
I'm telling you, the box is wide.
No.
the box is this big.
But
What
it's
are you
in a
saying?
but
After
bro,
you took it out of the
it's
box,
in a
you should've
cylinder.
left it
It's
in the
in a
cylinder.
round.
What are y'all talking about? The
It's
box or
round.
the fucking mattress?
The
no,
box
the
inside
the
the
mattress is in
The
the box,
box.
and it's like a
Yes.
fruit roll up. It's in a shape of a cylinder.
Yes.
So when it's a
Yes.
Slid
cylinder,
the box up the stairs.
Yeah, you
So
could've-
to clarify, Mo.
I'm telling you, I tried that. I could not do that.
Hold on, let's-
because
let
of the
Pastor
angle.
clarify.
Too wide for the hallway. Crow,
Thank
you
you.
gotta put some weight on Crow.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I think you
'Cause
just
I've-
gotta
That's what,
Whoa,
that's what
whoa,
this
whoa,
really
whoa, whoa.
is.
Chill the fuck out. Because now y'all doing a fucking thing, and I'm actually telling you, I lifted up this box by myself up the first flight
Hold
of
on,
stairs.
I want to make sure I can like see you good. Crow,
So you
show us the guns. Show us the guns.
shut the fuck up real quick. I lift up the fucking box up the flight. How you gonna call me weak, my nigga? When I lift up a fucking box up a first flight of stairs, and
And
when I
then
get to
cutting
the
it up
second
the
one,
second?
due to narrowness, I tried lifting up. This big
okay,
ass
wait,
box
hold
by
on, hold
myself.
on.
But I could not do that. Now you're coming at it. If
Wait,
you
wait,
say y'all
wait.
saying,
Let me ask you this.
I should have been able to push up a whole big.
Let me
ass
ask you
box
this.
by
Wait, wait,
myself up
wait,
the
wait.
stairs. That's different.
Wait, hold on.
I'm telling you, hell, there was impossible. If I was
Hold
able
on.
to get up the
Hold
first
on.
flight by myself, why would I not been able
Hold
to get
on.
up the second flight?
You wait, when you took it out of the box when you got to the second flight because it was too narrow?
When I went to the second flight
Yeah.
with the big box by
Yeah.
myself,
Yeah.
and I tried to walk up the stairs
Mm-hmm.
by myself,
Yeah, we got that part.
the box is wide. I could not get through it.
Okay,
by
perfect.
myself.
Hold on. Perfect.
So
hold on, wait,
so
wait,
at
hold
that
on.
point-
Hold
at
on.
that point-
Hold on. The box, let's do a visual demonstration. Let's
Oh,
say the
Lord.
box is this big, all right? So you said the hallway is too narrow. So let
How-
me
how
make
big
it
do you think the box
So let
is?
me make it this
That's an
big.
example.
Let me
That's an
make it
example.
way bigger. Like you said it's narrow, so let me make the bed 4 times the size to go up a narrow area. That's what me and Dre
Now-
were perplexed at. Is like it's
So-
already
So
in
now
a-
we're at a different point. Now we can talk about your actual thought. Y'all was getting there all confused. Now we're talking, why did I take it out like that? Because the box, once it was at that angle, it was easier because it was a flatter thing.
But when you took it out of the box, it was
So-
vacuum sealed, right? Why did
so
you take it out the vacuum seal?
You
So
should've
I
left
took it out
You should have left it in the cylinder
because-
form. Because in the cylinder form, it would have
because-
been a little easier for you.
Okay. I already knew that the way the box was coming out, it was more.
Show us
at
the
an angle.
guns.
When I was at, what are you talking about? I'm not showing you no fucking. What are you talking about, nigga?
Show us the guns.
He only shows his abs. Leave him
First
alone.
of all, what are we?
No, yeah, and what is this? Because you're always so quick to volunteer to show your body, but now
You do love your body. You said
I
that.
love my body.
Let's just get this straight. Eddie said, "Why did you take it out of the plastic?" So
I took it out the box because I felt
No,
like
not
it
the
would.
box.
Not the box, the plastic.
The plastic. I took it out the plastic because when I angled it from the long way, I knew it could fit there.
what?
I knew it could fit through coming through a certain
What-
time because I
So what
watched
you're
other
saying
people
is when it
do
was rolled up, it wouldn't have squeezed through there.
yeah, like when it was rolled up, it was definitely good.
When it was rolled up, it was a weight thing for the roll up. It was still heavier, and
Wait, no,
I
no,
thought
so
that.
you're, so are you
I
saying
thought
letting
that-
it inflate made it lighter?
I
don't
thought
think
I
changing
could.
the size
I thought I
changes
could
the
take the
weight,
bed.
bro.
No, honestly, I thought I could slide it up the stairs on its side. That
Oh,
was my
like
thought
inflate
process.
it when it's
By-
out it's in a square or whatever.
Yes, in a rect triangle. If it was out like that,
Wait,
I thought
a
I
what?
could slide.
A rec triangle?
When
Triangle
when the
thing.
bed is out, because it was
That's
flat
some
like
new shit. Let me draw that right
is
now.
Is a bed not a rectangle? Is it not a square, a rectangle? A long
You didn't say rectangle.
No,
You said
no, you said
rectangle.
Oh, right triangle.
Here we have the new shape,
When I
a
had
rect
it, and when I
triangle.
was at, when we had it, when I thought it
gonna
would
be
be
in the
like that, it would
curriculum
be
this
easy
year.
to pull up the bed. I thought it would be stiff enough that I can pull up the bed because I've done that before. Through the side.
This was a mess.
Why didn't you just come through?
Why didn't you just answer the phone?
Because it was
Tyler?
I couldn't even if I tried. I didn't hear it. What are you talking
Wait,
about?
and how close were you to begin with? How fast can you beat a Mo's house?
oh, like 5
minutes.
minutes. Definitely.
Oh, okay.
I would have been there like a millisecond.
I helped this man move his whole house.
Well, because I
Could've
gave you,
helped
I
you
gave
back.
you. If you would have told me the night
One,
before,
Patrick.
if you would have told me the night before, I have a bed coming, be ready tomorrow. I would have never. I would have put my phone on
Bruh.
D&D and let you go through though. I would have
Bruh.
made it
We're
only
in
for
the same
you.
town. I should be an emergency. God forbid anything happens
You know how my phone is.
to one of us.
You know how my
You put
phone
it
is
on Do Not
D&D.
Disturb on purpose, though.
Yeah, why would I
Same
put it
town.
on by
God forbid
accident?
something happens to you.
Why would I put it
yeah,
on by
me.
accident?
Mo needed you and you wasn't available, bro.
I
No,
didn't
no,
ex-
and listen, Mo, you're kind of right
What,
He's
about
def-
what?
About what?
about Thomas. This is a problem.
Yeah, you're a bad friend.
No, because
I always
this happened to me
play
one
mood.
time. This happened to me. I was on the
Uh-oh.
bus one time, and I was sitting next to this guy. He had like a face tattoo, and he's like, yo, you got $1? And I'm like, no, bro, I don't got $1. And he's like, come on, give me $1. And I'm like, no. And he's like, where you getting off? And like he was clearly like gonna follow me and like rob me when I got off the bus. And I started texting Eddie because I'm heading to see Eddie. I'm like, yo, Eddie, come meet me at the bus stop. He's not texting back. I'm like calling him. Yo, Eddie, come meet me at the bus stop. Like I'm trying to like get like no, I'm not. I don't talk to him. He doesn't pick up the phone. I'm calling him. He's not answering. I'm texting him like, yo, bro, you need to meet me at the bus stop right now. Like it's gonna get crazy. Situation resolves itself. I get off the bus. I'm walking to his house. When I'm a block away from his house, like when I'm right outside, ring, 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 ring. Yo, you what's going on? It's over. Like I'm done.
Yeah, the
That
last
is not
person,
first time
the
that's-
last
that is
person
not
that
the-
should be giving me a lecture is you, EJ. Anybody else in this chat
That is
can.
also not the first time that's happened.
We know.
What was that dude's? What was that guy's name? You remember that guy that we both knew that like you were leaving my house at like midnight and he like saw you and he was trying to chase you down the block or something.
Oh, Matt Cacciatore. Well, no,
yeah,
that
nigga
was
Matt tried to roll up on you, bro. I remember that too. That was another
Why?
time. Where,
that was actually Tashim and Mo. So that went down. I was walking down the street one day. It was Memorial Day and it was late at night. It was like 4 a.m.
Always a
you
good
know,
time
so
to
it
be
was-
outside.
So it was like the day after Memorial
Best time
Day.
to be outside.
And I'm walking down Port Richmond Avenue, and I see Matt Cacciatore, who is the brother of Angel and my forever friend, who I actually saw like last week, Al Cacciatore, hero of the world. But Matt Cacciatore, I saw him. He was running down the street. I was like, "Hey, Matt, what's up?" And I'll never do this again. You don't
even if you know somebody at 4 a.m., don't say hi. So I said hi to him, and he ran up on me, and he was all drunk, and like he got the idea in him that I had drugs on me. So he was like telling me to like go get him drugs or something like that. And he pretty much, he's like, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. And he starts trying to grab at me and swipe at me. I run away. He gets tired and he starts walking back up the block. And I call, because I just left the house. I call Tashim and Mo and I tell them what happened. And they're like, oh yeah, we're down this, we're right around the corner, but like we just got on the highway. Yikes. Like,
Well,
like
Eddie, so
nobody
Eddie
can,
wasn't
like,
involved in that one.
no, Eddie wasn't involved in
Well,
that.
you should be the
Oh,
last one to talk about
yeah.
answering the phone, EJ. Anybody else in this group definitely can.
Okay, so technically
Fuck
I was involved.
you.
Damn.
Because you just, I think you just left my house. I think
No,
you were all
yeah,
hanging out.
He didn't
no,
call
I left
you.
your house
Because he
but
probably
I
knew at
didn't-
that point you weren't going to
I didn't
answer.
call you for help.
Yeah, you knew you weren't going to
okay. Well,
answer
I'm
at that
just
So
point.
it wasn't help. It was retribution. But
Yeah. So yeah, and then what about the time that you needed help with the?
Damn, I
What
missed
about
that killer move?
what about the time when you needed help with the groceries and he wasn't
Could've
there
been
for that
blood.
either? Remember that? And oh no, remember there was like either that was the same time when you were calling him. So I like how you talk about me, EJ. There was a time you were calling him incessantly, right? And you went into your friend's house and you saw he was right there with the phone in his hand 2 seconds later.
yeah,
Don't talk about me,
I
pal.
walked up to him, calling him, and I see him right there with the phone in his hand, just not answering the phone. I'm like, yo, I'm calling you
Wow,
right
you want to talk about me? Your shit wasn't even on Do Not Disturb. You don't even know how to do that. Then the time he needed help with the groceries and he wasn't there. So let's calm down over there. Let
My
everybody
point
else
is,
bring
I
up
know
this
what it
topic.
is to
You
be
know
a
what,
bad
Clay?
fan.
I apologize for getting upset at you. My anger should be only at Gritty and EJ now. How
Listen,
dare
Mo,
they?
Mo. I know that I fucked up, okay? And as someone that fucked up, I should be allowed to tell Thomas that he's fucking up because I already been there and I done it.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
Thank
what
you.
what a stupid response. Anyway,
you.
Dre has to go. He has to go to work like a responsible adult. So you got to get out of here. Got to take care of the baby.
Yo,
Dre, you have any final
Congratulations.
thoughts? But the show's not going to be over. We still got a show to do. Dre is just will be leaving us right now. Dre, do you have any final words, thoughts, or actions?
My final thoughts is, I love my daughter. She's the greatest thing ever.
Good man.
That's it.
say
Plug-
I'm a baby daddy.
plug
Tell
the-
us one. Say it one time for the people. I'm a baby daddy.
I am a father.
There you go.
Plug the family vlog channel for everybody. We're going to show you
Gritty
Disney
knows
trips.
best.
That's right. Gritty knows best.
YouTube.com/Gritty knows best.
That's
Y'all
right.
Have a good night.
See ya,
Put my water
Dre.
back on. And I'm
Love
taking
you.
my black ass to sleep.
yeah.
All right, so we said goodbye to Dre. Everybody's happy for him. But you know what? You know who I'm not happy for? There are certain people I know who are into the vaping, okay? They're into the vaping. And we're talking about the shmen. And as I said, this is a sausage fest here. So we're going to talk about men's issues. We're going to talk about manly things right now. And one thing that is not manly is vaping, okay? Sucking on a robot penis with a blueberry flavor is not
I've been sitting
manly.
here vaping for the last hour.
Okay. Well, I wouldn't do that if I were you because I've been seeing now the studies, okay, are coming out, but they won't really be out for a couple years, okay? But the last study that I saw said that this vaping trend could hinder your testosterone and lead to sharp levels of decrease in your testosterone. Like I'm talking, I think it was like 30% decrease in your testosterone. So if any of you guys are vaping out there, I would probably stop it right now because it's gonna
Your
get
balls will
crazy.
Shrink 30%.
Hey,
That's
but I
right.
mean, that's like smoking cigarettes.
No,
dare you.
what are you
Cigarettes are
talking
cool.
about? That leads to estrogen. You gonna get more estrogen
Weed.
smoking cigarettes?
there was even a study that showed that weed.
I don't know.
increases
I wonder
estrogen.
why. Because I know that smoking cigarettes suppresses estrogen. Like nicotine suppresses estrogen.
You
Suppresses.
see
it.
that? It's manly. I've been smoking
That's what
cigarettes
you
this
want.
whole
You don't
time.
wanna-
Man.
But I think also, yeah, tobacco like does not help your testosterone levels at all.
But this is vaping specifically. Like, and it even said non-nicotine vaping,
oh well.
like just the vape liquid. So I mean, if this isn't another reason for everybody to not vape, which I could see right now is going on, you know, it's really not great. I would stop this. But then I saw good old, you know, everybody else's the old age-old addiction, soda. leads to levels of increase in testosterone. How do you like that?
Oh,
Coke
yeah, I
go
was
wrong?
raised on soda.
With a cup of Coke, a cup of Pepsi, you get your testosterone up. That's what you need these days.
I mean, if you're vaping, you're gonna have to cut it with some soda, I guess.
Yeah, you might have to do. Yeah, you might have to do. Yeah, pair it, right? Pair a vape with the soda, because you got to balance out. You got to balance out the tea.
Yeah.
So-
The T and the E.
I mean, listen, the conspiracy theories are out there about the world. They want men's testosterone lowered, and I mean, I don't know if this is a conspiracy per se, but this could be very bad for the.
Did you see? I sent you a thing about that. It's the it's all the chemicals in the food.
And the water too. They say in the plastics leading to decrease in
It's worse in like the rural places where like people are exposed to more farming chemicals.
Like me and Crow, we're in the rural areas.
Yeah.
You better get your better get your Pepsis, Crow. You better get your colas. I'm on it. I'm on my sodas. My tea's good. I saw that Warren Buffett drinks like 6 cans a day. That guy probably got huge testicles. His shits are probably crazy. He got all that. He got all the tea. That's probably why he's living so long. He got all that tea. He got all that tea in his system.
Testicles are the size of grapes, grapefruits.
He got all that tea. So everybody put down the vapes. It's gonna be crazy. We don't even know what they're gonna say in like 10 years, 20 years about this shit. Pick up a cigarette like a real man, right, EJ? Show him what you got. Look at that. Smoking a cigarette right there. There's nothing wrong with it.
Not right now, but throughout the show, yeah.
There's nothing wrong with it at all. There's nothing wrong with it at all. Listen, we were talking about drugs, which we often do because some people around us are big into the drugs. And I was talking to Pasty, and I said, hey, you know what we've been talking about doing for a while? We've been talking about you ranking all of your favorite drugs that you have done over the years. You know, you were a wild guy in college. You did a lot of things. And, you had a lot of experience. If people know your story, you got a wild story. So why don't you give us the ranking of drugs, So if anybody out there wants to go partake in something, they can learn from you.
No.
Please don't do that. Don't do that.
Ranking them.
Stop.
Well, what do you think the ranking's going to do? Once you hit the number one.
That I'm encouraging you not to do drugs.
Well, what do you
Please
think?
don't.
Well, that's going to make people do drugs even more when you tell them not to, Nancy.
I mean,
I'm not telling them. I said encourage.
Which one is it? Are you telling them to do it or not to do it?
not.
That's not going to work. It's not going to work. Do you know how Nancy Reagan, how that worked out?
Yeah.
People were spitting on that poster. So let's hear it.
So I was really surprised that it wasn't a lot more drugs. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Well,
eight
that's
drugs.
That's
way
7 more than
than
I've
me.
done.
Yeah. So I'll start from what I like the least.
That's good. That's good.
I hated speed.
Okay.
I absolutely hated it. It just felt like I drank a pot of coffee. At the time, I was in college. Everybody around me was doing speed. They're like, you got to try this. I tried it one night, and that was it. I said, this stuff sucks.
What were you doing on? How do you take speed now? Was it a pill or
It was a pill.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what did you do? How long did it last, and what did you do if you remember?
Oh, I think I finally went to bed at like 5 a.m.
Oh my god.
Oh, I thought okay, that's not. I mean, you've heard worse. Like I didn't sleep for 2 days, so that's not too bad.
No, I didn't like it at all.
Wow.
Well, the second least favorite is marijuana.
Oh.
Wow, that's lower than I expected.
Yeah.
My least
I was
favorite.
walking away to go pee, but I heard that shit. Boo, boo. You're
Well, there is a caveat. There is a caveat on it. Pot just made me really paranoid and tense. I mean, I never really got the calming effect. Like I would sit around and just think of all my life's problems on pot.
Me
so
too.
it just wasn't really a good time.
You too, but you still
caveat
doing it
is-
though.
It does occupy the number 3 spot when baked into a brownie.
Oh, edible weed.
Okay.
Ooh,
Yeah,
I've heard horror
and not
stories.
not like a super brownie. I'm just like just a
Super
nice mellow brownie where it just makes you sit back lower your shoulders, and that you can enjoy a beautiful afternoon.
So that's what you would
Okay.
like. That's what you would like.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. In edible form.
Okay.
So then the next one would be crack.
Right.
Nice.
Uh,
Nice.
Yeah.
You know they're selling crack pipes in New York City apparently.
Selling them, they give them away.
Vending machines.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
just get them for free. Now
Well,
this
let
is,
me just say to everybody here and the audience, I mean, once
Don't do that shit, though.
addicted, it's utter hell. But yeah,
I thought we were trying to get that shit away from our communities, and apparently we're just giving out pipes now. Ugh.
so crack was the one of was this is the second worst?
Third.
third.
Okay, third worst.
Keep up, bro.
Crack
So
and
then
crack, bro.
meth and lithium.
Ooh.
Are they tied?
Well, they basically have the same effect.
Mm.
I mean, I would get this white powder that would the guy next door called lithium, and you know it was it would have the same effect as meth. And you know, the dangerous thing about meth for me is that I was doing my grocery shopping on it, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. But I mean, you know, every hit just takes a little bit more of your spirit away, and luckily it didn't, you know, it didn't age me. I didn't lose my teeth.
Yeah.
Thank God.
I mean, there's
Thank
people
God.
that I encountered that aged like 30 years in 6 months.
Whoa.
It gives
And
you that
that's not an
meth now.
exaggeration. Like
No, I believe
when
you.
I was working at the casino, I would look at somebody's license and it would say they were 27, 28 years old. And I thought that I was looking at a 50-year-old man.
Holy crap.
Oh Lord.
How long
Wow.
And-
how about
And
how
the
long
date
was
on the license was only 6 months ago.
Oh. So how long was
Yeah.
your stint with it? Did you do it consistently or just like a few times?
No, I did it like 2.5, 3 years straight.
Wow, you got some good G's, bro, because
Wow.
you looking young. Tell you that right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Seriously,
It doesn't
God
matter.
bless. God
And then
bless
and
you,
how
bless you.
but you didn't make any you didn't give a positive for crack. You just said the negative. What's the why did you like crack at the time? How good was that? It was
Well, I
good?
mean, the blast that you get from crack is incredible. You know, but the thing about it
Got a
is,
blast.
you know,
It doesn't
that
last long,
that
right?
blast costs you minimum $10, and it's over in like 3 minutes.
That's what I
Oh,
heard. It
no.
doesn't last long, right?
No,
Yeah.
it doesn't.
Right.
And then after it's done, then you're paranoid as hell, and you like I was completely convinced that the cops were coming through the door after each hit.
It just messes with your mind.
Yeah, it was.
So-
Yeah,
it was.
I don't need
It
that.
was hell. It was like a nightmare.
Now meth lasts a lot longer.
Yeah, meth lasts longer.
But- The
You need to write a book,
from
man.
what I've heard, so the come down from meth, or like, is it like a day long recovery?
Not really.
Okay.
The thing with meth, and this is why I highly recommend that nobody even try it. I was off to the races after the first night I tried it.
Oh, so you
I
were banged.
desperately wanted it the next day,
Oh no.
and that when there would be like days that I didn't have it, it was like I was so desperately sad. Like
Wow.
I just needed it.
No.
You know, it wasn't just like I was like anxious like I would for crack. This was just like it was like I just pitied myself I didn't have it.
Oh wow.
Sounds like me with a Coca-Cola, to be honest.
I'm gonna just stick
Yeah.
to weed.
I feel
Yeah,
you.
it's you know, it's really I mean, it's an awful drug.
Unless you
and-
want to go grocery shopping, then it's really
Yeah.
fun. I mean, how much were you like zooming through the aisles? Like, how did you look?
No,
were you
it
like,
didn't. It
wham,
didn't,
wham, wham,
it
wham,
didn't
wham?
amp me like that. No, it mellowed me out.
Really?
My man spends an hour in any
Whoa.
shop.
You were mellowed out. I thought you'd be like cooking shit in the grocery store,
No,
like
no.
flipping pancakes,
You know,
like doing samples.
No, it mellowed me out, and if I wasn't like out doing my errands, well, I don't even want to say that. Let's just
Okay.
yeah.
You weren't,
That's
but you
fine.
weren't like
Myself.
some of the
Yeah,
people I've
no
heard
worries.
like taking apart radios and cleaning the floor with a toothbrush.
Oh yeah, I did stuff like that. I built a chapel in my side yard
You built
Wow.
a built a chapel out of what?
out of scrap wood.
No
Who did you live with
way.
at the time?
Huh?
Who did you live with at the time?
I lived with my roommate.
And what did think when there was a church in his side yard?
He hated it. But the thing is, for a while, he was using too, and I didn't know it.
Wow. So
Wow, yeah,
did he build like a
I
horse
shouldn't have
stable
said
next
his
to it or
name out
something?
loud, but
We'll bleep it out.
We
bleep
don't
it
know who
out.
that
Oh,
guy
bleep it
is.
Yeah, bleep it out if you could.
Okay. Well, of course we can. We have.
But he reacted horribly to meth.
what did he do?
He believed that he was infested with bugs
Oh no.
No.
and that his car was infested with bugs, and he took the seats out of the car and
Oh,
would
no.
wash the interior of the car with a hose.
Oh, what kind of
Wow.
interior are we
He even
talking?
took the back seat out.
What kind of interior are we talking
losing
here?
it.
Was it damaged?
Huh?
What kind of interior are we talking? Like something that can get
Nah.
damaged?
Leather, suede.
No, it was I forgot what the seats are made out of. It was a 90-something Camaro, and the seats might have been like plastic or something like that,
Okay.
like that pleather.
It didn't ruin his
Mhm.
interior.
But
Well,
I mean, he
no,
was scrubbing like the rug, the
Wow.
rugs were soaked, and
He wasn't
Yeah.
having as much of a fun time as you.
no.
Wow, it doesn't sound like it.
No.
All right, so commence with the list. Commence with the list.
So the next one I would say I'm separating powder cocaine from crack.
You got to. You got to.
So coke would be the next one.
White lines. Is that what you guys were doing back then? You guys would dance to that song? Running through my mind. Were you guys like doing stuff like to that song? Wasn't that like the first like Coke song? White lines.
Oh yeah, well, I did it much later after that.
Oh, that was
song.
like in the 70s?
there was just a season of that.
I just want to point out here that we're watching
the
we're watching the new trailer for Paranormal Activity on Eddie's screen here. We got the new trailer for the latest Paranormal Activity movie. We're looking in the dark corridors of his house.
Sorry. All this talk about drugs makes me want to go smoke.
What are you about to go get a
so-
hit? Yeah, okay. We're not
I'm
triggering
going
anything,
in the-
Pastor,
I'm
are
going
we?
in the
We can
garage
shut the
so I
list
can
down.
smoke.
We're not triggering anything, are we, Pastor? We can shut this list down. We're not making you uncomfortable, are we?
No, I hope I'm not triggering anybody who's listening.
Oh, you're
either.
triggering Eddie because my man.
Yeah.
Look at him. He's itching over
I
there.
gotta go smoke. I gotta smoke my Mary Jane now.
You got the guy freaking out. So commence.
I mean, coke.
What could you say?
I feel like I'm promoting.
What could you
No,
say?
you-
It's a miracle
honestly,
drug.
I honestly do not feel that way. I feel
You're
like
definitely not promoting. You're just telling your
definitely not.
experience.
I mean,
feel
what
like-
could you
No.
say?
Powder cocaine. I managed pretty well. I mean, when you come down, you do want more, but like the next day, I would just be like, it's over.
Yeah.
Right.
And we had some fun, like that was like one drug that I actually was be social, and I'd like to dance, and yeah, I mean that was a social drug for me.
Oh.
Then the next one would be ecstasy.
Oh, you like that X?
Well, I've only tried it once, and whatever that was
Yeah.
trippy and really fun.
I think nothing else needs to be said there.
And then then the pop brownies come in at third, and then 2 would be acid, and 1 would be mushrooms.
Wow, mushrooms is your favorite.
Now, let me clarify.
Go ahead.
Let me clarify that I always use those in a very controlled environment.
Acid and mushrooms.
Yes.
Well,
and
this
that
is
was
something that
with-
you and EJ can relate to. You guys can maybe talk about why it's so amazing.
It's not that it's amazing, but I've never had a bad experience. So
Yeah.
so far to me, it's good.
Okay.
And every time that I used, except for a couple times, was with the people that I did theater with.
And Pastor, you can confirm or deny this, right? Mushrooms. The thing I like about mushrooms is they only last maybe like 4 or 5 hours, and if you want, you can go to bed, right? But then when you take
you
acid,
can go to bed. Yeah.
but then when you take acid, that's like 12 hours. You're not gonna.
Well,
go to
it
bed.
depends on how much you. I don't know. I guess I never had any powerful stuff because really the two experiences were basically the same. And like I said, it was a controlled environment. There's people that I knew, people that I usually had fun with anyway. And then we would, like the one time we spent time at the one girl's house down on Long Island, and she bought all these really cool toys. Like
This sounds like a great night.
Yeah, great.
You know,
great
it
night.
was-
My eyebrows went up.
it was like it had like this heavy bass with these two things coming up with motors on it.
Okay, you sure you want to talk about this?
No, it's not. It's not.
Whoa.
It's not the kind of toys that you are.
You just said it had two phallic-shaped things coming out with motors on them.
Well,
What
it
kind
had-
of
it
toy
had a
could this
string in the
be?
middle, and the string would spin, and then you could. There was 2 dials on it, and you could
Choose your
adjust the
level?
amplitude and
Yeah.
change the colors of the light.
How hard
so-
and what you want to
Yeah, the
see.
So
speed.
you're watching the string, and it's like woo, like it's
Wow.
it was great.
Wow.
And this one guy from and I were playing with this thing, and I thought
Played with guys?
like an hour went by, and I looked at the clock, and it was 10 minutes.
Oh, that's
and,
great.
that's one of my favorite things that happened on mushrooms was that you would look at the clock and you'd be like, oh my God, I thought 3 hours just went by, and it's like a half hour. And the fun, the whole evening was to have fun, and you just have fun until it was over. And,
Beautiful.
next day you're a little hungover, because you're tired, but,
and this
my experiences were harmless.
and this applies to both acid and mushrooms.
Okay, but see, that's what I was getting into. Was for me at least, I could go to sleep. Like if I was too high on mushrooms, I could go to bed. But if I'm too high on acid, there's no going to sleep until it's over, until until you start sobering up. So you got to just ride it out, bro. You just got to ride it out for like 12 hours.
I think it might be a quantity thing because I never really took a lot of either.
I mean, I would only take 1 or
Yeah.
2 tabs. I never took
Yeah.
more than 2
And
at a time.
I've never hallucinated either.
Oh no, I would see some stuff.
What would you see?
Stuff would be
I mean, I might see
moving.
things out of the corner of my eye, but that was about it.
Like stuff would be moving, shit that should be stationary that shouldn't move at all. It's like shaking and stuff. I'm like, what's happening?
But not
No.
like a tree's talking to you. Nothing that crazy.
No.
No.
Okay.
It ain't like that.
No, I mean, like the one time it was raining outside and we all decided that we were going to go play that game where you get a baseball bat and you put it in the ground and you put your head down on it and you run around in a circle and then you try to walk. Well, that was one of the times that I did it without the people from the theater department. And so like I got like 5 of us had gone out in the backyard and we were just covered in mud. And so when we came back in the house, the guy whose house it was like, "What the F are you doing? You got mud all over my house." Like his father was going to be coming home in a couple days, and we had mud going up the stairs into the bathroom. And
That's nothing. Listen.
Like you had children in the house.
Listen, Pastor, that's nothing one day cleaning won't fix.
It's not even his house.
yeah.
That's okay. You guys sober up tomorrow and clean
That's
up.
wild.
That's all.
That's
No need to
wild.
freak out.
Well, thank you for sharing that list with us, Pastor. We appreciate that.
Be safe with these drugs if you do it.
The sad thing I find is that, today's just a whole different day with drugs, especially the ones you snort
Fentanyl.
and the ones you eat, because it's just like you don't know what you're getting. You got to get test strips. It wasn't like back in the day where pastors were like, hey, you want a line? You don't got to think twice. You just hit it. Now it's like, well, let me get my test strip.
Jumping in here.
Wait,
Yeah.
hold on, Thomas. Do you have a drop of Eddie saying fentanyl?
No, yeah, that's what I have. Yeah, I have a drop of a random quote like that. No, he said it on his own.
No, it was me.
Oh, that's great.
I was just saying, no, because he was saying problems.
No,
I'm
I
like,
got it on my
it's
soundboard. Watch, hold on. Here you go.
Fentanyl.
There you go. What were you gonna say, Richard?
Well, I mean, I've had a couple conversations with nurses at the hospital. Especially with the definite increase in overdoses of people unsuspectedly, buying drugs with fentanyl in them.
Yeah.
And I mean, the reality of it is that we've seen a lot of young people, especially this last year, being kept alive on machines that were brain dead because of the overdoses. And and I've been very transparent with my addiction. And I just said, my God, I mean, I'm grateful that I got out on time, because you don't know what you're getting.
Yeah. Everybody.
And
Yeah.
it's really frightening.
Very sad. Not only
Yeah.
you got the fentanyl, but then you got the trank, which is just like destroying people's body. Fingers are
Zombies.
falling off, dicks are falling off,
The,
all
the,
kinds
the,
of stuff.
the problem with fentanyl is it's in everything.
funny,
Like,
Clay. I don't know why you're laughing at that.
people are throwing it in pills. People are throwing it in weed, especially out here, like in the South. Like the fentanyl is the killer out here, bro. Fentanyl be fucking
killing a
people
lot of
up out
people.
here because they want to get their oxys or something, and it's just cut with that or whatever,
Yeah, you got to get a tester now. You just don't know what you're getting. So it's a very sad time for people who just want to do a couple of drugs recreationally on a weekend, do a little blow, do a little of this, do a little of that. And now you can't, it's just like a whole different world from when, our parents were growing up. It's just like you can't.
Even when we were growing up, what the fuck?
That's true. I mean, yeah, even when we were growing up, it wasn't
we were
like
growing
that.
up, the drugs weren't cut with crazy shit like
Yeah, I mean,
this.
people would offer me like Xanax, and it wouldn't even
The
cross
worst
my
we got
mind.
was angel dust, and that was. Yeah.
Bro, let's not even get started.
You
on
got laced
that.
with
That
angel
is-
dust, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did we talk about that on the show?
I did.
Well, talk about it again, because I don't think we tell us that story.
It was.
So you tried it too?
Yeah, I tried it too. I got
By accident,
I
though.
didn't
Not
try it. No,
willingly, but
not
you
willingly.
Eddie tried it.
Yo, he
Yeah,
really
he did.
He tried
No,
to set me
EJ
up.
did it on
Twice.
purpose twice.
Yeah, he tried it a couple of times.
But you got laced with angel dust or K2, Crow?
Angel dust and K2, two different stories.
Whoa!
God.
Let's hear the
Really?
Let's hear the K2
Yeah.
one, because K2 is like very prominent right now.
Oh yeah.
The K2 one was that was very sucky experience. Around I was smoking when I started smoking. There's this family member, actually basically was like, hey, do you want to smoke weed? And we were smoking regular, good old weed for a long time. This K2 pops up. She was dating somebody, and he was rolling up. But what I didn't know was that he was rolling up with like K2, and I remember just taking that hit after school on a Friday and being like, yo, just twisted up. I mean, I felt like dead inside. I laid in the fucking tub. I ran the shower on myself, butt naked. It's crazy. I was so fucked up. I went to Popeyes and just called 911. It was bad. Yeah.
What happened when
That was-
they took you to the hospital, right? You did just let
They
you
took me to
chill?
the hospital, and then I was just like, I laid there, and they just said, yo, you just got to sleep it off.
Horrible.
And from there, I was like, and it would happen a second time, and me and that person basically almost got in a fight because I was like, are you fucking crazy?
Wow.
And I told them both, I was like, yo, if y'all going to do that, please, like, don't fucking.
About to? I would have fought them. I'd have been.
Wait,
Nah,
yeah,
nah,
you let
nah,
that happen
they-
I
twice?
definitely would have fought them.
But this was my biological mom. So the fact that like I told her like, yo, like I don't mind smoking regular thing, but like I told you not to like put that shit in my shit, like ever.
Dude.
So I stopped smoking with them. Obviously stopped smoking with them and started doing my own shit, whatever the case may be. But
That's when I got heavily into bowls because EJ was like, "Yo, here's bowls."
And then
Yeah,
what?
like
And
that.
then what about Angel Dust? That you got laced with that too?
I went to a party, a Dominican party, and I was just there and drinking and everything. They had like the King Kong finger, so I was like, "All right, bet."
King Kong
honestly,
finger. That don't even sound
Yeah.
right. That's something I want to stay away
It's just
from.
basically when you roll it up like mad big. You know what I'm saying? Like, make a big ass blunt.
Oh,
You know what I'm
no.
saying? So,
Oh no.
but yeah, it had Angel Dust and that shit. So everybody's smoking on it, whatever it keeps me being a party. Everybody, it was mad chicks and stuff like that. So you know, you be like, this bitch is smoking and this nigga smoking. But when I smoked that shit, everything went spinning. I was like a fucking spinning top about to wobble and fall over.
Like a
It
dreidel?
was wild. Just exactly, and I just went boom, and I just passed out, and the dude just like lifted me. I was like, "Yo," all I remember was getting water put on my face and shit like that.
Wow.
And my body reacted it so bad because I was like, colors were like way too vibrant. It was just wild. I was like, what the fuck is happening? Because when you use some weed, you're like, I know what this is. What is this that's happening? You know what I'm saying? It was fucking trippy.
How long
like
about
that.
did that last?
That lasted, I don't even know. It felt like eternity.
Wow, it was bad.
It felt like eternity. I hated that shit, and I woke up and I was just like, wow.
Yeah, it was rare.
I was able to go. I don't even know how I got to sleep. To be honest with you.
It was rare that I ever took anything from somebody I like didn't know. So that's hard. It's horrible that you got laced with K2 for somebody you knew. That's the worst
Yeah.
part. That's
Yeah,
the worst
exactly.
part. Like in every drug that Pasty said on that list, I could see somebody going, yeah, meth, that sounds great. That sounds cool. You know, coke,
What?
even crack. But like,
What do you mean? You can.
yeah, I could see somebody saying, yeah, I want to
can't,
like,
bro.
I want
Someone that
to
does
be on
drugs,
meth.
I can't.
I can see somebody loving meth for sure. I can see somebody loving crack. I can see somebody loving everything he said on the list. When it comes to K2, Angel Dust, shit like that, and I see somebody on it, I'm like, what is even going on? Like, how could you want to be in that state of mind? I could see somebody wanting to be down. I could see somebody wanting to be up. I can't see somebody wanting to be in another fucking dimension like that, where they just toasted. That one will forever be lost on me. Is the new shit that they got out.
That shit is wild. That drug is a suicide drug.
What?
K2. And
Oh,
probably
yeah.
Angel
K2
Dust
is a
too. You
suicide
just
drug.
burning. You just
And it
rotting.
stinks, bro. Like it smells like I'm not calling you out, Mo. Like, I'm not trying to shit on you, but I'm just saying like it smells crazy, bro. Like I don't know how you didn't like smell something was wrong. Like because whenever I smelled like
It was just an
past somebody-
aspect of I did smell all that, but it was
You
the
trusted.
aspect of the same thing that got me fucked up today with the baby is trust. You know, I trusted
Oh,
bro.
now you gonna
I trust my
damn,
Great
gonna bring
callback,
it
Mo.
back.
Great.
That ain't right. That ain't right.
Mo, you gotta trust what you see, what
That
you
ain't
smell.
right.
Like you gotta trust your senses.
No, I was young. I was only like 15, 16. So it was like, but I'm glad you know what I am glad though? I'm glad I'm not a person that gets addicted to things.
I don't know
Like,
how you get
heavily,
addicted to
heavily.
that.
Huh?
I don't know how you could have got addicted to that.
I know, but it was such a
That
horrible.
wouldn't
And I'm
even-
like,
That wouldn't even.
yeah, I
happen.
know my shit. I was suicidal in the past and shit and angry. And so for something to go that deeper, lower than what I was already at, that's crazy. Like I didn't even know I can get that low. That shit was wild.
I agree with Thomas. I don't see how anybody could get addicted.
I,
Yeah.
it was
either it's
Well,
either not
some
enough
people
or
are
it's
just
too much.
so. I mean, are such. You know, I don't know how to describe
It's
it.
such a bad place.
Are, the only way the only way I'm thinking I could describe it are nasty addicts. Like
Yeah.
I had a friend that would just want to use anything he could get his hands on.
Mm.
And like
He got
when
a
he
10,
did
he's into that.
K2, he was like I had seen him like 2 days after he had done it, and he was like, "Oh man," and I couldn't move, and this and that, and like my compassion at the time was like nil. It was just like, you did it, you know, you did it to yourself, you know,
Yeah.
because I know the things that, and that was when I'd gotten myself clean the first time. Like I know the things that I did, you know, and. I had to take responsibility for them, and you know, he wanted me to, you know, weep with him because he couldn't move for a night, and I was like, look, that you did that to yourself.
Mm-hmm. Tell him
Yeah.
accountability, accountability, brother.
I mean, I really hope no one ever does that shit. I really hated myself on that. And then coming out of that and feeling that, because I was sitting in the shower, butt naked, hot water coming down, going, what is this feeling I'm feeling? It was like pure hatred of self. I'm like, I know everybody else is feeling it. So it's like, this shit, it's crazy. I've never ever wanted to be that much aware of my own like negative feeling of myself. That
Clay
was
looks
just
like
too much.
he's there right now.
Yeah, I think
no,
Clay overdosed.
Clay looks like he's in the shower right now on K2.
Clay, you died, Clay.
Wow,
Good, bro.
We
I'm
put
chilling,
him,
my
he
neck
looks like a
hurts.
Halloween decoration right now.
Damn,
Wow.
bro. K2 got you pumping.
Well, let me ask you guys this. We're gonna skirt across from the drugs for now.
Yeah.
Who saw the big alien mummy that came out a couple days ago
Yeah.
in Mexico?
I didn't do my research,
Clay.
brother. I'm sorry.
Clay, tell us all about it. What do you got, Clay?
I don't know if it's real or not, but I did see it.
Yeah, so
Apparently, there was.
In Mexico, there's some guy showed two mummies that look exactly like ET.
Yeah,
like
like
it kind
ET.
of looks like it kind of looks like bullshit.
It looks like something from a prop department.
yeah.
My theory is that it was the drug cartels and they just killed people and put them into suits.
They killed people with deformities.
No, but they're tiny. They're like the size of like a toddler.
Listen.
So
the
they
drug
killing
cartels
babies.
kill children. The
Oh,
drug
shit.
cartels kill midgets. Come on now.
They must have been killing
Wow.
aliens too, because that's what it looked
I
like.
am
Ain't
not
like no
talking shit
person.
about y'all.
Ain't like no person. I thought it was fake, and then I was reading something on Vox, but I didn't. Does anybody know what Vox is?
Yeah,
'Cause I don't really know
they're
what
a
it
giant
is.
publication.
Are they good?
Yeah, they're fine.
Okay, I was like reading something, but I was like skimming through it.
Propaganda.
See,
Yeah.
passing those. But I was reading I was skimming through because I really didn't care that much. I feel like you guys care more about this stuff, so that's why I asked. And it was something about I think the people are that brought it to the thing are scam artists, and that they had a GoFundMe to create them. So if something comes out like that in a couple days, and Vox had reported it probably first because they're the only ones I saw talk about it. It was something to that effect of oh, it's fake, it's a scam. That's a
Well, yeah, I heard people say that guy who presented it is kind of a con artist, and that's the thing that is important to remember is it's a guy presenting it to Congress. It's not Congress presenting aliens to the world.
Yeah, they're presenting it to Congress. So this didn't feel right from the beginning. Didn't feel
When
right.
I was reading it, I kind of felt that somebody from the Mexican Congress went down to, Pier 51 to the alien booth and said, could you come down and make a presentation to the government?
I don't think so. I don't
I
think.
mean,
it's real.
that's the feeling I got reading the article.
I feel like they went to Hollywood and they grabbed something from the prop room.
I saw that picture. I said, "This is not what aliens look like. Just no, this is not real."
That's what
I
Neil
was like,
deGrasse
there's just
Tyson
no
was
way.
saying.
They look like ET. That's the same thought I had. I'm like, no alien will look exactly the way we imagine them to be.
Well, did you hear the guy that had testified before the U.S. Congress had testified during this hearing, and he was disgusted that they had that guy come in. He thought it was discrediting the hearing.
Oh, yeah, because that's
I believe
when I
it.
read it, I thought it was Mexican Congress presenting it to the world. But then when I read that article, it was actually somebody a rando just came up and presented it to the Congress of Mexico. So I had it twisted up till today. I didn't know that was. I mean, once you read it that way, it's not a big deal at all. Some random.
They should have just never let him in the door, though.
What
My
happened?
man Neil deGrasse Tyson doesn't think it's an alien.
Neil deGrasse Tyson was on it. He was like, "Bruh, there's no way. It looks like a human with 3 fingers. That's bullshit." You're right over there,
he's
Clay?
it looks too much like us. They wouldn't be similar to us like that.
No.
There's no way.
It's no way.
You're right over there, Clay.
No.
Like you saw a spirit.
No, see, my chair moved and it sounded like somebody was knocking on my door, so I got scared.
Oh my god! Happy Halloween. So we're all in agreement. This is just fake.
This is stupid.
This is
fucking
I think it's
fake.
bullshit.
It's
No,
dumb.
it's fucking stupid.
It's
Today
bullshit till proven not.
is September 18th. Not when you're listening to the show. When you're listening to it, will be September 19th. But as of today, September 18th, it was National Cheeseburger Day. And I celebrated this morning by getting 2 cheeseburgers, and I totally forgot it was National Burger Day. And while I was eating,
It's actually
I was like,
September 19th now.
oh, because it's it's midnight right now. So I celebrated, and I was like, I forgot it's National Cheeseburger Day, but happy National Cheeseburger Day. I ate them for breakfast this morning, and along with this came the news that McDonald's will be selling their cheeseburgers for 50 cents. Wendy's will have cheeseburgers that are 1 cent with every purchase, so you can get a 1 cent burger with every purchase, and other chains were giving out burgers. I think Burger King was giving out free burgers. So of course, with this
Bro, get
news,
the fuck out of here, bro. Why did you not tell me about this before? I could have got free burgers, bro.
you're a troglodyte. You got to be on the news. What are you talking about? You have to be.
Are you
I mean,
kidding me,
literally
bro?
everybody.
You're
knows
plugged
about
in.
it.
You have to
You're
use
the
the
one that
app,
knows
and you don't
this.
even know how to use
Get on
the
your
app,
fucking
so-
phone like a normal person. So
Why can't you
anyway,
just tell me?
where were you gonna go?
Yeah, where are you gonna walk?
Where
down a
were you
dirt
gonna
road
go?
and
You
find
don't
a
even
McDonald's?
go anywhere.
Listen, I could have Uber Eats it, right? I could have
Yeah,
downloaded
okay.
Uber for some.
You
No,
just
you don't
find,
get
you
those
just
deals on Uber Eats.
you just found out
you
how to
don't know.
join a Zoom call. My man said I'm on Uber Eats.
You don't even know how to use the app, bro. Like, come
You
on.
know what? I can't even argue with that.
Bro, get out of here. So anyway,
ridiculous.
along with the news of these very cheap burgers came conspiracy theories. People are like, nah,
Ooh.
it's too good to
Fake
be
beef.
true. How could they be giving burgers out this cheap? Crow, I know you are
Because
big
they made
into-
$1 billion making everybody fat. They can afford it. What are we talking about?
Right. I mean, that was my stance, and I was like, well, they could be selling these for probably the same price for the rest of our lives, and they'll be
7-Eleven
okay.
give out free slushies.
Like, I think they could give out burgers for $1 forever, and they'll be fine by now. But Crow, I know you're into conspiracies as I
up?
am. Did you hear about this? Like this conspiracy?
No, I did not hear
what-
about this one.
People were saying that they are doing this so they can try out the new fake meat. That this is experiments. That this is
I would believe that.
You think these things possible?
Hey, why not? I mean, you know what? I think this is all the meat that's gonna go bad, and they're like, "Fuck it, bro. We could still use it. It's gonna go bad real soon, but we could still cook it up and sell it."
Wait. I did see this TikTok of a Simpsons clip of when they were giving out really cheap burgers and they basically all turned into zombies.
Oh, and we know something
Well.
about the Simpsons. We're gonna see tomorrow. If you
Yeah.
gotta chop a,
Simpsons be predicting shit for sure.
you gotta whack
I
a
did
zombie
see
to get
that.
to work tomorrow. You know why? They ate the freaking Junior's bacon from Wendy's or whatever the fuck. That's
I don't
another
know.
thing.
But
Yeah,
it's a
that happens,
promotion.
man.
People don't want to eat at these places anymore.
I was very Italian, you Clay. You're not even Italian. It's a promotion. I was like, what was up with that accent there? That's for me and Pastor. I agree with you, Clay. I mean, I'm more on your side of it, but I think the conspiracies are to be looked at because there have been a lot of talks about creating fake meat and printing meat, right? They're like trying to
We have talked about that.
3D
yes.
printing meat, and then they say that like
What?
in the next couple
Yeah,
of years
this
they
is done.
want Bill Gates, everybody's Lord and Savior,
Germany's
everybody's
already
favorite,
trying it out.
But it
everybody's
doesn't
favorite.
seem like they're really there yet as far as we publicly know.
No, but that's what the theory is, that they're doing this to test it out to see if people like it.
Yeah.
see
But if you
people
were going to test
notice.
it out, why wouldn't you just test it out at one store? Why would you test it out across America all at the same time so that everybody could because if one person notices, everybody's going to notice, and everybody and then you're busted.
And what would they be testing if nobody was wise to it?
They
Yeah.
want to see maybe
They
if
have no way
anybody
to
notices.
report back on if people liked it or.
I mean, maybe they were trying to see like if anybody noticed anything, like if there was claims like, yo, well, these burgers are like different. I don't know. That's what people are saying.
Yeah, but if you wanted to do that, you'd do it at one restaurant, or you
mean-
do it at 5. You wouldn't do it at all of them
Yeah, you
across
would-
2 chains.
The only time you do it in all the chains across America is if this fake meat does zombify people.
We'll find out in like a couple of days if Grandma comes home and you got to whack her to death. She
I
ate
actually
she
sent you a
ate the
thing,
Big
Thomas.
Mac.
I sent you a video of this kid got arrested because he killed his family because he thought they were zombies, bro. So I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Maybe they were first with the burgers.
Wait, is it possible?
Maybe.
Oh,
No,
shit.
Maybe
definitely
he
not.
worked.
The
Maybe his
video I
family
sent
worked at
him.
McDonald's and they got the early Schmeat. Got it out the
Sweet.
freezer.
But speaking of creepy shit, right? So I've been meaning to tell you about this Walmart thing I found out about.
Oh god.
Oh,
Hit it.
God, not Walmart.
So first of all, yeah, like I live in New York City. Like I don't know anything about Walmart, so like I might be mad late on this to sound like a freaking fool. But So I was hanging out with my friend the other day, and she says to her husband, "Hey, what did we order from Walmart yesterday? Can I see your phone?" And she goes into the Walmart app and she looks at, what she ordered in the last couple of days. And then she keeps scrolling down her order history, and she's like, "Hey, why does it show things in my purchase history that we bought in cash?"
Oh.
And he goes, "What are you talking about?" And she shows him. He's like, "Wow, that's crazy." He's like, "I don't put in a phone number. Like, I don't use, like."
That's what I was gonna
the
say.
same-
Like, well, maybe they put the number in.
Yeah. No, he's like, "Yeah, no, like we bought these on different cards. Like we didn't, we bought these in person. We didn't order these online."
They know
So
you.
then I looked it up, and I saw it all over. Like people were talking about it on Reddit. That people were like, "Yeah, I went shopping for my grandfather, and he gave me cash, and the things that I bought him like showed up in my purchase history on my Walmart app." Or like
What the fuck?
the crazy one was that this lady said, "My brother came to visit me from another country, and I sent him to the store to get groceries, and when he came back with them, they showed up in my Walmart app, even though he went instead of me and he paid cash."
What?
Yeah.
I don't know about this. That's crazy.
This
So
is weird.
He
though.
went.
Walmart can track you better than law enforcement.
He went, and the item still went back to her account.
They're gonna go to Walmart.
He went and paid cash, and it went back to her account.
Yeah.
That's wild.
That's scary.
What
as fuck.
is going on? I didn't know that's where this was gonna go.
Yeah.
That is creepy, bro. That is definitely creepy.
Yeah, they track your phone, where you go in the aisle, what aisles you gravitate to,
They're tracking you. like
how
fucking-
long you stand around certain shit, and then they see where the groceries go. They're obviously tracking where the groceries go,
Bro, they taking this shit from the internet, bro, because that's how people like do like marketing does shit on the internet is they see what you like.
I
and
would
they send you
never
shit.
download the
So,
Walmart
like,
app.
they doing this shit in real life now. Like
They
the
got your
cameras are
scent,
just tracking
bro.
you. Like this man stays in the snack aisle for 5 minutes looking like
They got your
I
scent.
fucking love the snack aisle. He
They
loves
got
the
locks
Oreo.
of hair by now. They got DNA from your ass, buddy.
No. But when they put out the new, Apple Jacks toaster strudel,
Yeah.
and they put it in a certain section on the shelf, they're tracking your phone to see how long you stare at the Apple Jacks toaster strudel or whatever the fuck combination garbage they made.
Holy crow. That's insane.
Wow.
I didn't know
Well,
about that.
I actually got a little nervous.
And
I'm
we
glad
be
it
going to
went up.
Walmart all the
I'm glad
time.
it's just
Nah, my anxiety went up
Cheryl.
again.
We be going
The
to Walmart all the
greatest
time.
Walmart app would have him staring at the
No, and supposedly if you set up your Walmart app, it'll show you everything you've bought since like way back when.
Well, before you had the app?
No, you're lying.
Nah,
That's
now
not
you're
real.
getting crazy.
How
Now
could that
you're
be?
I
getting
don't know.
crazy.
I don't know if that applies to everybody.
That
or
can't
only
be
people who
true.
have an account
That's
and like
That
terrifying.
cannot be
There's no fucking
true.
That's not real.
Oh, hell
That's
I don't know.
terrifying.
I don't know.
That's
Credit
terrifying.
card
That's
number.
a demon.
So you're
Walmart's a
telling me,
demon.
Clay. So you're telling me, Clay, that your mom, like they could tell her, like you were like 18 when the first Walmart came out, and you bought this.
No.
Get the
But
fuck
I
outta
heard
here.
somebody said that it was showing stuff like going back all the way to like 2015.
You got me standing up right now.
When they
That's how
first
crazy
started
this is. I'm not even
this
sitting down.
foolishness. What were you going to say, Pastor?
But that was the person
I
that
would
worked
say
at
that
Walmart.
your Walmart app would show you staring at the lady underwear mannequin.
That's not true. That's not. We're not back in your day. We have porn now, buddy. Okay, this is not the 80s.
There's a lot of free porn.
Yeah, there's a
all
lot
right,
of
Pastor?
free porn everywhere. I don't got to look at the mannequins.
Well,
Listen,
I
those bras are
actually
not
went
cool.
to Walmart the other
They stare
day.
at some bras? Wow.
Well, they're like they've like spruce things up a bit. Like in the clothing section, they have mannequins now, like under lights, and like in the furniture section, they actually had like this little setup of this futon with tables and with lights overhead. I'm like, oh, we're getting a little fancy here at
fancy.
Walmart.
They're reinvesting into the product, into the store.
Yeah.
Before they were spending all their
Walmart
money
near
on their
us is
tracking
looking
app.
better.
They spend all the money on the fucking heat tracker, the DNA sampling, and everything. Speaking of DNA, Clay, you sent me a very fascinating video. We love to talk about China, you and I. And you sent me a video of there's some type of spit fighting going on. What was that you sent me?
What the fuck?
Okay, yeah. So in China, right? like they have similar laws the way we do, where if you beat somebody up, they can sue you. But it really doesn't matter how bad they're hurt. Like if you hit somebody, they can sue you. People, they have problems with people just jumping in front of cars and pulling that same scam that exists in America, but it goes way further in China, to where, if you punch somebody in the face, they can sue you for a lot of money. You're going to be liable for like all their healthcare costs. So when people are getting into arguments,
They want to go to war with us. I'm just
What?
saying. And they want to go to war with us. I'm just saying, like that seems mad pimsy. Like,
okay.
Okay.
Anyway, so yeah, so in China, people can get sued really easily for
Yeah.
hitting somebody. So people now, they won't hit somebody. Like no matter how mad they get, they won't hit on somebody. And people are getting to the point where they're spitting on each other, like full force, like both people all over each other. It's the most disgusting thing I've ever seen.
I gotta put a video here. Hopefully I remember to edit a video in right now. Go ahead,
Oh my
Clay.
god! If somebody spit in my face like that, like I could.
I would go to jail.
Wild, bro.
I couldn't handle it.
And because supposedly in China, like it's not a big deal.
Oh hell, that's a
What?
big deal. You get jawed for that.
Yeah,
Spitting
why
at
COVID
somebody.
started.
Just go back to hand to hand
I don't
combat.
know how the law works, but I think in America, like if somebody spits in your face, like you get to punch them, right?
That's assault. I think in America,
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
assault.
yeah.
it's assault to spit on somebody. So you could probably knock somebody out for that. Because you're spitting a bodily fluid at them. Ugh.
Yeah, no, we can't do that
like,
here.
you was spitting
The
Hell
on
only
me,
yeah.
and
bar
punched
fight
them
I
till it
got in
stopped.
was someone spit in my face.
And you beat
Oh,
their ass.
nah.
Tell us this story. So somebody walked up to you at the bar and they spit in your face.
These
Well,
are the guys who-
this guy that was like known to fight people was picking on this other person. I didn't even know who it was, and I was just like, "Why don't you just leave?" Because
Hmm.
it's just making the whole bar uncomfortable. And so he came up to me and spit in my face, and so I knocked him to the ground, sat on his chest, took his ears, and banged his head on the floor.
There you go. That's what
Bang,
I like to
bang,
hear.
bang.
Pastor got these W's out
Beautiful.
here.
We're like, "Okay, Rich, get off him."
Beautiful. EJ, we all have a burning question for you. Do you have ants in your pants?
My bad. I was just walking
This
around
is
and-
a
You've
very
been up and
there's
down.
a fucking lot of action. Let me explain something to you right now. I gotta pee so bad. Okay, I've had so many opportunities to go. Nobody has gotten up and peed. My
I went to
drinks,
go pee,
my
bro.
drinks
I'm
are
drinking right
empty.
now. I'm
Like I'm
drinking.
sure everybody has to do something right now. Nobody's gotten up. You are out of order, bro. All over
I'm
the
wearing a
place.
colostomy bag. I don't
Yeah,
have to
like
pee.
everybody's holding it together for the show, and you're just out of whack, bro. Can
Hey,
you
bro,
please
that's not
relax?
my problem that you sitting on your computer. All right, I'm mobile. I'm free. I can walk where I want.
This guy, that ADD
I think that
is-
defeated the whole purpose of what you just said. Okay.
Yeah. So listen, we were talking about China. Now, there's been a lot of controversy in this group between these four
Monkey
guys.
face.
Me, I don't have any stake in this game, but EJ and Clay have one opinion on this, and Crow and Pasty have one opinion on this. And I'll let the guys talk about this. There is some relationship being woven between China and Africa. Okay. Now, Clay, do you want to quickly kind of summarize what this relationship is before we get to the heated argument here?
Okay, so China is investing in a lot of countries in Africa, mostly infrastructure investments. And, they're doing what is essentially a debt trap. They're giving these African country really big loans with terms that are not that great, and they're pretty hard to pay back, and hopes that these countries will default on them, and that will give them power over these countries because they're in debt.
I'm glad you're here to explain it, because the last time I was trying to do this, they was yoking me up in the debate.
Yeah, so that's what China is kind of hoping for. But the African leaders have come out and kind of publicly said, like, we've been taking aid from countries for decades. Like, are going to continue to do what we want. This is not some trick we're really falling for. Thanks for the infrastructure. And it also really sucks because the infrastructure projects that they're doing in Africa are all staffed by Chinese companies, and they all have Chinese
That's what I was
workers.
saying.
They're not actually
local
like
Africans.
adding jobs to the places that they're in. In a lot of cases, there's also probably cases where they do have local people working, but it is pretty wild. And then they also have like the super, and I guess try to get a video if you can, like the super pro-communist, like pro, like Maoist schools that they
You described
have.
it as a Xi Jinping school, right? Like,
yeah,
where
like
the
a Xi
the African
Jinping
kids are
school.
like, "Yo, Xi Jinping is awesome."
Yeah,
He's the
no,
fucking
like
great.
I think they have like a Mao Zedong elementary or something like that. I
Get
saw.
out of here, bro.
in the middle of
Um,
Africa, Mao Zedong Elementary School. Can you imagine? Can you imagine we had like
Yeah.
Vladimir Putin Elementary in the Bronx or something like that? Like,
And this is, so are these countries also like these are, and because I know Africa's fucking humongous.
Yeah, Africa's like
So
50 countries.
yeah,
or
so
whatever.
I'm trying to the question I have is what part of Africa, and is it a part of like what you're saying, is it part of like the BRICS deals with, because I know they're have the BRICS is a whole different thing. So I want to know if those countries are involved with the BRICS thing and that's a side thing that's going on. That's my
No,
question.
so this is more of the One Belt One Road initiative.
Okay.
So yeah, so it's One Belt One Road, and I forget if there's another part of it or if it's all the same thing, but pretty much they want to have highways going all across Asia, like they used to have the Silk Road, and then they also have
Yeah.
a secondary shipping route, and a lot of the African countries are along those secondary shipping routes.
Mhm.
Like what do you call it? Like naval, like control wise, like the China is like very conscious of like certain like straits being blocked and stuff like that, so they're trying to like set up ports in a lot of these smaller countries, and
Makes
and,
sense.
like like the southwestern part of Africa, and like more towards like Somalia and Sri Lanka and all these places. When Sri Lanka went bankrupt, they tried to bail them out. They said, we'll bail you out if you switch to using the yuan. It's
Yeah.
it's
so
rough.
basically, what the divide has been, because there was an argument going on the other day, was EJ and Clay are under this. Well, why don't you say it yourself, EJ, because you have a very strong opinion.
Well,
on
I
this.
can't speak for Clay, but I just think because everybody says Africa's getting a good deal, but I don't really think that's how it's going to play out. Like, it might seem good for now.
What do you
But
think?
I
What do you
think-
think? What do you
I think
hold
it's
on?
gonna
Hold
come
on. What do you
back
what do you
to
think
bite
the
them
ending
later.
is going to be? What do you think the final move is going to be?
I think the ending is the end result is going to be China is going to own Africa.
Okay.
That's what I think.
Well, the one question I have for Clay is what's your source material? I mean, where you
Uh-oh.
reading this?
Uh-oh. Get them.
I don't know, on the internet.
On
But
Vox.
like are these like mainstream sources or?
I think in a lot of cases, yeah, like, I mean, I don't want to like discredit myself, but yeah, I just watch a lot of YouTube videos. I read on the internet.
To be fair, the guys when he talks
no,
about YouTube
I
videos,
mean-
these guys are in the trenches. They know what they're talking about when it comes to China.
Oh no, and I mean, I'm talking about stuff other than like I love watching the China show, if that's what we're asking.
Yeah.
But I also I like I'm like I study.
He's out there researching.
So first of all, I want to make it clear what EJ saying and what Clay's saying are two different things. I think we gotta divide it like that too, because if you're talking about Africa, in his opinion, saying that China's gonna have a control over Africa, we also have to remember there's multiple countries and different different economies and different methods and different leaders. So like not every leader and not every area have the same profit and is bringing in certain things. That's why I asked about the BRICS versus like where's these relationships starting, right?
Because and the other part of it, the part of it that's successful, because like China is laying all these debt traps. Like a lot of that doesn't really work. It doesn't always like heavily influence anybody. But where it has worked is it has worked in the UN. So recently there was a hearing to talk about whether or not the UN should be investigating the Shmenocide that's going on in China with the Uyghurs and China had gotten enough countries on its side through investment to flip the vote so that the UN said that they're now actually not going to look into the Shmenocide of the Uyghurs.
Oh,
damn.
All right, I'd like to jump in now. I'm not going to portray myself as knowing a lot in detail about China's relationship with Africa, but over time, and it has to be a number of years. Everything from listening to the Gray Zone to listening to Max Kaiser, who talk about Bitcoin. That the commentary that I've heard on China's initiative through the Belt and Road was that when they would go into Africa, they were stating what their interests were, and that they were building this infrastructure in exchange for the interests that they expressed to each country on an upfront basis. That's the way that I've heard it. And the troubling thing about anything that we can discuss, and you bring up the Uyghurs, like I've heard, stories from one end of the spectrum to the other. There is a journalist that I do find reputable, and I believe it was Li Fang that actually went to China and has a different perspective on that whole situation with the Uyghurs. I'm not saying that he's correct, but I mean, in this information age where you really have to hash out what you're going to believe. When you said that they were putting the African countries into debt traps, that raised a red flag for me, because if you especially follow the Ukraine war, that a lot of the propaganda that's coming out of the U.S. media is projection, like things that you can find the Ukrainians doing through documented evidence. They blame the Russians for doing, and a lot of the propaganda that we're exposed to in America is projection.
I am not going to deny that America is in Africa doing the same thing. We just do it better.
Well,
I'm not tiptoeing around that. No, yeah, we totally do.
No, I mean that's been U.S. policy, and if the debt peonage doesn't work, then the U.S. coups governments and starts a horrendous ethnic wars between people that result in tens of thousands of people dying and starving or dying from cholera.
You're not wrong.
So everything that I've heard that China was doing appeared to be a lot kinder and gentler than Europe and the United States has been doing in Africa for the last 50, 60 years.
I mean, I always think about the currency aspect. That's why I always think about it. Like, they're getting rid of
you know, you have all this different things that's saying, oh, it's not a big deal, it's not a big deal. It feels like a big deal. And and my argument constantly is because majority of resources do come from Africa. Like this is one of our, like literally. So for America, the European nations to get cut off from a lot of those resources will affect us. And I think that even with this road, like being able to have, like you saying, I'm like, damn, yeah, even if they're like debt trapping people, I'm like, but then if that road is actually good enough and you can
You're saying if the ends justify the means, it's fine.
I'm saying
also what I'm saying is that the One Belt One Road initiative, you know how like the space shuttle was also like used to like develop like nuclear missile like projectile technology, like the One Belt One Road initiative, it's to have a highway that goes across Asia, but it's also to set up quasi military bases all over the place.
Yeah, it'd be easy to move troops around. You got one straight fucking path.
I even heard reports, and I don't know how true this is, that they're promising African nations nuclear energy. It's like that's different for them. You know, a lot of these nations would definitely run to that bank and
no, because the UN. And especially, the U.S. and Europe and all these countries that give the money to Africa, a lot of the time they don't give money to Africa. They give supplies, they give food, they give pharmaceuticals, whatever it is. And the African countries love it when China says, we'll give you $500 million to go towards this or go towards that, blah, blah, blah. We'll give you infrastructure. Because surely that's what it is, like, whether it's a person or whether it's a country, like if someone's struggling economically, it's because they're not integrated well into the economy. So China's offering to help build infrastructure that can integrate them into the economy. It's just the Chinese economy. That's the whole thing. It's the only reason why it's bad is because it's China.
So my question for you was are they gonna make whatever the African currency is just obsolete and it's just gonna be Chinese currency?
Well, that's what happened in Sri Lanka. When Sri Lanka went bankrupt, when Sri Lanka went bankrupt, they offered to bail them out if they were willing to start using the yuan.
So
didn't they go bankrupt because of the
mismanagement? I think I don't really remember.
I thought it had something to do with the requirements to comply with the. I think it was to comply with like climate change standards that were costing the country a lot of money.
I think at one point
imposed by the West.
I think at one point they declared that they weren't going to use any like outside products or something like that, or they couldn't get fertilizer. So they couldn't get the ingredients necessary to make fertilizer. So then like all the crops failed and a whole bunch of bad shit happened in the economy. I don't know. I'm not.
Let me ask you this, Clay. Is in taking the whole world as a unit and looking at the United States' record as the hegemon for the last 40 years, is a multipolar world. Let me literally just put it this way. I don't view a multipolar world as
what does that mean, by the way? What does that mean?
Multipolar world means, a world where there isn't just one big powerful country. There's multiple big powerful countries that are kind of on the same tier almost.
On the same playing field. Okay.
I mean, unfortunately, the U.S. right now is the one country that is unwilling to exercise diplomacy. And that Russia and China become very impatient with especially China has become very impatient with the lack of seriousness of our State Department.
Yeah.
And they're actually now pursuing they're looking for other customers around the world because we haven't been negotiating seriously, and I actually think.
So you think they're going to replace us with Africa in terms of trading and stuff?
Well, I mean,
Well, it makes the most sense. They're closer.
It could,
They are close.
and you know, I actually think that Putin and Xi may be a counter to the things that the World Economic Forum want to do.
And what's interesting about it is that we talk. Like, I forgot to say the new currency. Like, you know, that was interesting when you was talking about the them using Chinese money, because I'm like, the way BRICS is setting it up, they're like, listen, we're going to use actual tangible items as our currency: oil, gold, silver. We're going back to there will be.
So they're going back to trading.
They're basically like, this is what the new currency will be based on, and you will have like your digital banking, all that stuff like that, but it's like a unified thing. So basically, if you're this country over here, like, if you produce a lot of oil, that's valuable, right? And now you're Russia and China, they're closer by, so like they're gonna have a direct route to them, and they have this relationship with these people. They don't have to pay as much as we do, right, to get our big ass boats from one side of the ocean to the other side and do all this work. They have a direct line, and now this actual product that was being basically bought for the low, you know, nothing was gained to your country. They just took your shit and just made money off your shit. Now it actually is valuable again to people, and people need it. And you know who's the people that's going to need it? Us. So like, that's one of those things I think about. I'm like, okay, well, what happens? Like, I make the joke about chocolate. Chocolate makes billions of dollars, trillions actually, but Africa does not see that money. What happens when that product is now worth something again around the world?
Going back to what you said about, you know, making the products, I mean, we're threatening to go to war with China that makes up most of the stuff that we buy.
Mm-hmm.
But if we could go back to, because I asked Clay a question.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry
about you know, what his view of a multipolar world is.
Oh yeah, I mean, and also going back to what you said, you know, yeah, the World Economic Forum is trying to make us live inside of computers and you know, all that mess. And yeah, China is pushing back against that, but China is pushing back against that to assert their, you know, new world order. And you know, if you look at BRICS, so it's Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. Yeah, maybe Brazil and India, but I wouldn't even, if I wasn't poor, but I wouldn't want to live in any of those countries. I'm good. I'm on Team America.
And I agree with that.
I know where I stand. And you know, and that really doesn't have nothing to do with it. But yeah, okay, so a multipolar system. I think that, you know, the more multipolar the world gets, probably the less stable it gets. I don't really know. I think right now we're seeing a shift into a bipolar system where China is going to be like the big main actor moving forward. You know, what do I think of it? I think of it feels like
a little scary to know that we're not number one. We're not running shit no more.
I think the thing is that we're number one, but there's clearly a challenger who has emerged.
Yes,
you know,
we got a new fighter, is what you're saying.
But the thing is
not ready.
I would perpetuate that our decline is nobody's fault but our own.
Yeah,
I agree with that. No.
China is not in a position to make the military moves that it would, you know, that everybody's worried about it making at this moment.
Mm-hmm.
And it is going to be ready soon, and they're going to have a really small window of time to strike because we're also in, you know, the same sort of arms race of militarization. We're going to catch up with them.
We'll steal their scientists. We'll do it again.
Right. We did it in Germany. We did it in Germany after World War II.
They're stealing our science. They're stealing our science. They're not stealing our scientists.
Yeah.
They're, you know,
Has your mind been changed, EJ,
No.
on this? You
I
still
haven't got
think
anywhere.
you still
No,
think that
China's still
Africa will
gonna
be
take
taken over by
Africa.
China?
Yeah, China's still
Wow.
gonna take over Africa. Nothing has changed for me.
Wow. Well, you never know. We may all be attending Gigi Ping Elementary School at a certain point.
Elementary. Why the fuck are you in elementary?
We got to
school?
go all the
You
way back. We got to learn from the
We gotta
beginning.
start from the
yeah, we
beginning.
got to
We gotta
learn.
learn-
We got to
we
learn
gotta
the,
learn
the
all-
way the
Bro,
you know,
ni
the
hao,
Chinese
ma.
were. That's we're gonna all we may
Wow.
all be saying ni hao
This guy
very very
racist.
soon.
China's been around for thousands of years, bro. There's a lot of history, all right?
Exactly.
that
You're not
we
gonna
gotta
pick it
learn.
up in 4 years. You got to go for like 12, bro. Really. All right. Well, there you have it. What a tremendous show. What a tremendous group of guys. It's too many guys here to have any final thoughts from anybody. So fuck you all and fuck me too. Watch the show on YouTube if you want. Listen to the show on Spotify and Apple and wherever you can find. If you could rub two rocks together and the show comes out of that, do that. I don't care how you got to listen to it. Just listen to it, baby. Peace and love.
Like
See
and
you next
subscribe.
time.